It's time for Spring Hill High School basketball. Spring Hill Sports Live is brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Price Chopper, Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial, the Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Crown Realty, the Elliott Insurance Group, Prime Accounting Solutions, Farmers Insurance, Leah Smith Agency, the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Allstate, Libby Clark Agency, Spring Hill Fitness, Perfect Detail Salon, and Whitesell Optometry.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Good evening from Tonganoxie High School this evening for a Frontier League basketball matchup between the 3-5 Spring Hill Broncos and the 1-6 Tonganoxie Chieftains. Along with Caden Carbajo, I'm Bryce Kessler. Glad you could join us here on this Thursday night. Hopefully everybody got the memo because this game was scheduled for tomorrow night, but because of the projected weather forecast for tomorrow, they decided to move this game up 24 hours to a Thursday night matchup. So here we are in Tonganoxie tonight for this matchup. The Spring Hill girls have dropped their last 3 ball games. Tuesday night, they lost a heartbreaker at home to Eudora. 35-34 was the final. After a great start, Spring Hill led 16-6 after the first quarter, but scored just 6 points in the second and third quarters combined. Still led by 1 with 3 minutes left in the game, but did not score in the final 3 minutes and allowed the game-winning basket for Eudora with 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So they are trying to snap out of now a 3-game losing streak. They're 1-2 in the Frontier League. Meanwhile, Tonganoxie, they have dropped 4 in a row on the girls' side. They sit at 1-6 on the season, 0-3 in the league. Their last game was also on Tuesday night. They had a visit to the number 1 seed team right now in the Frontier League standings, and that is KC Piper. And Tonganoxie got drubbed 60-16 in that one, scoring a season low 16 points in what was their 4th consecutive loss. So that's our matchup tonight as the Spring Hill girls look to get off that 3-game losing streak, back into the win column, and climb back to even 500 in the Frontier League standings. Spring Hill and Tonganoxie, it's coming up. You're watching the Comfort Designs pregame show as we get you set for some basketball tonight from Tonganoxie High School on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to Cool Crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs pregame show from Tonganoxie High School tonight. We're at Spring Hill and Tonganoxie in a Frontier League basketball matchup. The pregame show brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. We talked about it in the open. Spring Hill has dropped 3 in a row. Tonganoxie has dropped 4 in a row. So both these teams trying to end those slides, get back into the win column. Let's look inside the matchup for the 1-6 Tonganoxie Chieftains, who are averaging 33 points per game this year. They're allowing 45 points per night, coming off of a season low 16 scored on Tuesday night when they lost by a 44-point margin to Piper, the largest margin of defeat this year for the 1-6 Chieftains. Their win came back in their third game of the year, a 19-point victory over KC Turner, but since then it's been a loss at Eudora, a loss at Topeka Hayden, a loss at home to Baldwin, and a loss on the road at Piper. So a lot of road games recently for Tonganoxie. They're back on their home floor tonight where they will hope to end that 4-game losing streak. But the Spring Hill Broncos, they've got a streak ender night in them hopefully as well. A tough luck loss Tuesday night against Eudora. They lost by 1, and they have now dropped 3 ball games in a row, and they've all been close. 10-point loss when it was all said and done, although a close game against Blue Valley Southwest, and a 6-point loss at Shawnee Mission South earlier this week on Monday. The very next night, a 1-point loss to Eudora. They've got another game earlier this year against Baldwin that the final score ended up a 15-point loss. That game was tied going into the fourth quarter, though, so they've been on the wrong end of a couple of really close games here as of late. We'll see if tonight they can turn that script around and end up on top, and hopefully maybe not even a close game tonight. Maybe they're able to win one comfortably here this evening. That's the plan anyway, as Allie Frank leads this team into action tonight. Their leading scorer and leading rebounder on the year at 13 points and just under 9 rebounds per game. Kaylin Dawson is now second on the team in both scoring and rebounding, 7 points, 3 rebounds per game, and she's leading the team at just under 4 assists per game, while Kate Milroy has had a tough scoring outing the last couple of games. Her scoring average has dropped from second best to third best on the team at 5.5 points, still second of the team at 3.5 assists per game, and she's had multiple assists in every game this season. As a team, Spring Hill averaging 43.5 points per game and giving up 39.5 per game. I went through those leaders for them in the statistical categories entering play tonight. On Tuesday night, though, they really didn't get the typical night from those girls that I just mentioned, as Frank and Dawson, who averaged 20 per game between the two, they combined to score just 10 between the pair. They each had 5. 3 different girls set new season highs in that game, though. Jenna Weber led the team with 7 points, a new season high for her. Brooke Powell's 5 points were a season high, and Michaela Popovich's 6 points were a season high in that game. So they had some more girls take on some of that scoring load because of the couple of top scorers having a bit of an off night. If they can continue to get that scoring and then get Allie Frank and Kaylin Dawson back to their scoring ways, then we might see this Spring Hill team come away with a big victory here tonight against a Tonganoxie team that's really struggled to score this year, averaging just 33 points per game. That's a look inside tonight's matchup. It's brought to you by Spring Hill Fitness, your local community gym. Spring Hill Fitness is dedicated to making a friendly, judgment-free environment open 24/7. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-686-2027. Your Crown Realty keys to the game are next. You're watching the Comfort Designs pregame show. Spring Hill and Tonganoxie coming up on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs pregame show tonight from Tonganoxie High School as we're getting set for another Frontier League matchup. Third game of the week for the Spring Hill girls as they have dropped the first two. Both close games. A 6-point loss on Monday to Shawnee Mission South. A 1-point loss on Tuesday to Eudora. Tonight they're going to try to end a 3-game losing streak. To do it, let's look at our keys to the game. Brought to you by Crown Realty. Let Crown Realty help you get the keys to your dream home. Check out all of their listings at crownrealty.com. And if you're in the market to sell your home, remember the key is a great agent. And that's what you'll find at Crown Realty in Spring Hill. Call 913-592-2222. We talked about the fact that Allie Frank was held to a season low of 5 points on Tuesday and a 1-point loss. So my key for them offensively, establish Allie Frank early in this game. I talked about doing that last week, or not last week, but on Tuesday night as well. That didn't happen. And still, despite that, they almost won that game. But this is a game here tonight that I really, again, like the matchup for Allie Frank. Nobody taller than 5'9" on the Tonganoxie team. They do not have what would appear like on paper and watching through warm-ups, a girl that can match the both size and athleticism of the 6-foot junior Allie Frank. So I want to see him establish her again early on in this game, really get her going, as when she's had some big games, this team's offense can have big games. And Tonganoxie, they struggle to score the basketball. So get a big game from Allie Frank. I don't think they can keep up. And on that same note, when I talk about Tonganoxie struggling, my defensive key, get to 30 turnovers. I think they can do it. They're averaging 23 turnovers forced per game this year. I think tonight they got a 30 turnover game in them from the defense. The key is, though, don't do that offensively either. They had 21 of those turnovers on the offensive side against Eudora in that game in the loss. So don't want those, but I think this could be a turnover-filled game, if you will, but hopefully one-sided if you're talking Spring Hill, forcing a bunch of them. I think they got a chance to force 30-plus in this game tonight. Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Crown Realty. When we come back, starting lineups and opening tip. You've been watching the Comfort Designs pregame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
For more than Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back inside live to Tonganoxie High School. Starting lineups being announced here for this matchup between Spring Hill and Tonganoxie. We'll go ahead and take a look at those starting lineups as well. They're brought to you by Perfect Details Salon at 516 North Webster in Spring Hill. The Broncos will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Perfect Details Salon, where they're devoted to making clients flawless from head to toe. Make an appointment online at salonperfectdetails.com or by calling 913-592-5022. So here's your starters for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Number 5, a 5'6" sophomore, Emma Sunderland. A 5'9" junior, number 13, Morgan Bresvin. A 5'3" sophomore, number 20, Reagan Seba. A 5'9" senior, the only senior on the team for Tonganoxie is Lauren Gray, number 25 in white. And a 5'5" junior, number 30, Kylie Rickard. Their head coach is Mitch Loomis, and Tonganoxie is 1-6 on the season. They've dropped 4 straight. For Spring Hill, starting lineup tonight, sophomore guard Kate Milroy, number 1 in the purple for Spring Hill tonight. 5'7" senior, number 10, Avery Anderson. A 5'4" senior, number 13, Kaylin Dawson. Second on the team in both scoring and rebounding. Leads the team in assists. Allie Frank, a 6' junior, number 15, the top scorer and rebounder, averaging 13 and 9 respectively. And a 5'5" senior, number 22, Paige Cooper. And the head coach in his 16th season is Clay Freegon, assisted by Alicia Von Stein. And here is the toss. It is won by Allie Frank and the Spring Hill Broncos. Your opening tip was brought to you by the Spring Hill Recreation Commission. Sign up now for the annual Daddy-Daughter Dance scheduled for Saturday, February 15th at the Meadowlark Event Center. $30 per couple and $10 for each additional daughter. To register, go online to springhillrec.org or call 913-592-2214. Avery Anderson had a chance there on that opening possession, but Spring Hill unable to get the layup to go, and it's Tonganoxie with the ball for the first time here tonight. This is Rickard on the drive and lay-in, and the junior puts Tonganoxie on top first. Both teams get a layup on their opening possession, but one goes down, one does not. Cooper trying to get it inside to Allie Frank, and she stumbles down to the floor. Is whistled for the travel, as Spring Hill turns it over on their second possession. The Broncos turned it over 21 times in that 1-point loss to Eudora on Tuesday night. And now they've got Gray in trouble, make that Seba in trouble, and a timeout is used by Mitch Loomis. So just 45 seconds into the opening quarter, Tonganoxie takes their first timeout to avoid a turnover. As the Chieftains lead it 2-0 here early on. Their lone win this year came over Casey Turner. They are 0-3 in the Frontier League, tied for 8th right now, while the Spring Hill Broncos at 3-5, 1-2 in the Frontier League. They are tied for 5th currently. There's still 3 unbeatens in Frontier League play. Piper and Baldwin are both 4-0. Eudora is 2-0. Full court pressure here from Spring Hill. They're forcing 23.5 turnovers out of their opponents this year through 8 games. And there's a foul committed by Kaylin Dawson. As far away from the bucket as you could commit it. Her first, team's first. Frank guarding the inbounder. Now a stationary inbound pass. Does bounce it in. And as a collision occurs between Cooper and Seba, Paige Cooper is going to be called for her first foul. And that's the second team foul now on Spring Hill. And now Spring Hill will back off a little bit on the pressure. Pick them up man-to-man instead of the backcourt as Cooper defends the sophomore guard Seba. Brusvin over to the left side to Sunderland. Trying to bounce it underneath, and it went off the leg of Anderson. So they'll call the kick ball and keep it with Tonganoxie. Pass lobbed into Gray. It's the lone senior on the team for Tonganoxie, and she gets it out to Sunderland from the baseline, who knocks down the jumper. And Tonganoxie has capitalized on each of their 2 possessions so far, and they lead it 4-0 early on. Dawson inside to Frank on the right block. Doubled, and a jump ball is called. And the possession arrow will send it over to Tonganoxie. Chieftains with the ball up by 4. Minute and a half into the opening quarter. Knocked out by Cooper. Interesting vantage point for you here tonight, looking through the railing. This Tonganoxie gym sits down in a hole, basically. You've got all the seating minus a few that you can see on the far side. You got about, 6 rows of bleachers that are floor level, and everything else is up on a deck around the floor. As that foul on Kaiten Milroy is her first, team's third. So you've got to look through the railing, but that's all right. Missed 3, put back by Gray is good. And Tonganoxie couldn't have asked for a better start here tonight. They've had the ball 3 times. They've scored 3 times. Spring Hill's had the ball 3 times, and they have come up empty all 3 times. This is Dawson now down the middle of the lane. Layup is left short. Frank gets the offensive rebound. Got a hit on the way up, no whistle. Dawson on the other side with a rebound, and she's unable to convert. So a couple of looks again, but still nothing for the offense to show. That 3 is way too strong. Anderson rips the rebound away for Spring Hill. Milroy, bounce pass stolen away as Brusvin gets the takeaway for Tonganoxie. 2.5 minutes gone in the opening quarter. 6-0 Tonganoxie. Sunderland over to the right wing, and a push going to be called on Kaylin Dawson. Now she's picked up her 2nd and the 4th team foul. So what will Clay Fregon do here with his starting point guard? Now 2 fouls in the opening quarter. She will come out. Emily Dowd replacing her. Michaela Popovich also checks in, replacing Avery Anderson. 6-0 Tonganoxie. All the whistles have gone the way of the Chieftains early on. And Spring Hill's got to try to weather this early storm and stay close. Sunderland. Over to Rickard, and her pass underneath is thrown out of bounds. First turnover by Tonganoxie, and the first defensive stop of the game for Spring Hill. Milroy slides over to run the point now with Dawson on the bench. From the high post, Frank out to Dowd. Emily with a drive and kick to Milroy. Kate backs it away, puts one finger up in the air over to Brooke Powell on the right wing. Coming off of a season high in scoring. Underneath to Popovich, who also had a season high 6 points on Tuesday night. Now Powell over to Milroy, who will put up a 3 on the left wing. Off front iron. And it's Frank on the offensive rebound, but the putback won't go for Allie. Out of bounds, last touch by Popovich. And Tonganoxie comes away with the basketball again, as that lid will not come off the hoop early on here for Spring Hill. Nearly midway through the opening quarter, and the Broncos trailing 6-0. They've had some really good looks as well, but just been unable to capitalize. Scramble for the basketball, tied up, and the jump ball will give it to Spring Hill. Basket needed here for Spring Hill. Midway through the quarter. Still staring up at a goose egg on that visiting scoreboard. From the high post, Frank hands to Milroy. Powell looking for an outlet, now will take it herself, and the left-handed layup goes down for Brooke Powell. to put Spring Hill on the board, and she's got a chance at the line to cut that 6-point deficit in half. The sophomore Powell to the stripe after the foul charge to Kylie Rickard, her first and the team's first. And Powell's free throw rattles home. A 3-point play from Brooke Powell, and that cuts that deficit in half with 3:48 left to go in the opening quarter. Milroy running over Sunderland, and that's going to cost Kate her second foul now. So now Clay Freegon's really got to shuffle things up. His starting point guard's got 2. His starting off guard, who becomes the point guard with the starter goes out, now has 2. So now you're basically running your 13 point guard. Jenna Weber comes in. We'll see whether it will be probably Dowd who will have to run the point now. Popovich able to deflect that one out. So both Dawson and Milroy on the bench with 2 personal fouls here in this opening quarter. Spring Hill trailing by 3 with 3:38 to go in the period. Gray gets it up top to Brusvin, and she drives past the defender in for the layup, and it's 8-3 Tonganoxie. Powell trying to go to work again off the dribble. She's got the only 3 points for Spring Hill, and now there's a turnover, but a late whistle. I think they're going to foul on Tonganoxie here. That's going to be on Reagan Seba. A push as she ran into Powell, knocking Brooke to the floor. And the Tonganoxie crowd didn't agree with the call. A couple of shouts of awful, and that's terrible. But there was certainly contact. Here's Frank, and Allie has it knocked out of her hands. And they're going to say off of the leg of Allie Frank. So it's a turnover for Spring Hill. 8-3 the score remains. Tonganoxie with the lead and the basketball as Sunderland inbounds to Gray. Picks it up just across midcourt. Not the ideal spot to do so, but it works out. Layup missed by Seba. Oh, man, they're going to call a foul there on Popovich. Reaching in for that loose ball. Her and Gray both going for it, and they call Popovich for a foul on that. So that's her first, and that's now the 6th team foul. So there's going to be potentially a lot of free throws the remainder of this first half as Tonganoxie will go to the line now. Powell down on the floor. Again, you like the effort there, going for that loose ball. Unfortunately, just a little bit too aggressive perhaps in the situation. And that will be her first, but the team's 7th. So to the free throw line goes Reagan Seba. And they will be at the line the rest of the way in this first half. We still have 2:52 to go in the first quarter. Free throw is missed. Powell the rebound. Spring Hill down by 5. It is Dowd who runs the point now with both Dawson and Milroy on the bench. Another loose ball. This time it's tied up between Gray and Frank. Possession arrow will send it back to Tonganoxie. Or will it? Yeah, there was a bit of a hesitation on who was going to get the ball. The scores table had the arrow pointing to the Chieftains, and that's who will end up with the basketball after the jump ball. 8-3 lead for Tonganoxie. Rickard picks it up in a bad spot. Got it over, though. She never brought the left foot across. That's why there was no backcourt violation there. You got to establish all 3 points. Both feet and the ball have to be established in the front court in order to create a backcourt situation. As that's a foul on Allie Frank, and it's going to put Tonganoxie back at the free throw line. Morgan Brusvin will go to the stripe this time as Allie picks up her first, team's 8th. This will be a 2-shot foul for the junior Brusvin. Avery Anderson back on for Spring Hill, replaces Michaela Popovich. Both free throws good for Brusvin. So it's a 10-3 lead With just over 2 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. The only 3 points so far for Spring Hill came from Brooke Powell. This is Dowd with the drive, and a foul is called on Tonganoxie. There's the third of the Chieftains. It'll put Dowd at the line for 2 shots. Foul charge to Emma Sunderland. Emily able to hit the first free throw. Paige Cooper back for Brooke Powell. These are just the third and fourth free throws of the year attempted by Emily Dowd. And she knocks them both down. Doesn't get to the line much. Does lead the team, though, in 3-point field goals this year. But there with a couple of one-pointers, and it's 10-5. Tonganoxie leading the ball. Foul away from the basketball. It's against Tonganoxie, though. Rickard called for a push. So Kylie Rickard picks up her second now. That's the 4th team foul on Tonganoxie. And Spring Hill's got the ball back, down by 5. Despite all that's not gone well for them in this opening quarter, they're still right in this. Tonganoxie, not a high-scoring team. They only average 33 points per game, so not a team that's going to run away from you. As Frank's three-pointer just a bit strong, and a foul on Tonganoxie after Avery Anderson secured the offensive rebound. And that's Rickard again, so now she's got 3. 3 first-quarter fouls on Kylie Rickard, and to no surprise, she'll come out of the game now, and in comes Cheyenne Aaron, a 5'3" sophomore. Weber on the inbound pass for Spring Hill. Lobs in to Frank in the middle of the paint, and she just can't buy a bucket the last 2 games now for him. A travel on Gray, a double dribble they called actually, but either way, it's a turnover on Tonganoxie after that rebound. So Weber will do it again on the inbound. This time bounces it into Frank. Looks back outside to Dowd. Her pass deflects into the backcourt, diving onto the floor in front of the Spring Hill bench to try and save it is Reagan Seba. But it goes out of bounds. Spring Hill basketball with 1:25 left in the quarter. So now Weber appears to be at the point for Spring Hill. 4th different point guard, if you will, they've run in this game due to some foul troubles. Frank, shot fake and drive. Into the corner for Anderson. Back up top, Dowd. Cooper left alone in the corner. Long 2-point shot. Rattles off. Offensive rebound. Anderson got it to Frank, who missed once. Got it back and gets it on the second chance. So the offensive rebounding of Avery Anderson kept that possession alive and allows Allie Frank to get 2 cracks at it. Finally gets on the board. 10-7 the score. Tonganoxie with the lead in the ball with under 40 seconds left in the quarter. Anderson knocks the ball free from Gray and forces a turnover. Couple of nice plays back-to-back here by Avery Anderson. Can they capitalize? Cooper can't get the 3 to go, but there's Anderson again. Another offensive rebound for Avery, and Jenna Weber's 3 misfires. Rebounded by Lauren Gray. The hustle plays right now by Avery Anderson really have to be appreciated by her head coach right now, but unfortunately the offense still tough to come by for Spring Hill in this opening quarter. Runner off back rim by Seba, out of bounds off of Seba with 5 seconds left in the quarter. Brooke Powell will come back in for this final 5 seconds, replacing Dowd. See if they're able to get a halfway decent look here in this final 5 seconds. Tonganoxie going to put some full court pressure on to make it not as easy to quickly get it up into the front court. Weber going across the court, gets it into the front court, heaves one, and that was pretty close. Gave it a shot, but that will end the quarter with Tonganoxie leading Spring Hill 10-7 through 1 here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Optometry Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
We head to the second quarter here in Tonganoxie tonight, 10-7. The Chieftains on top of the Spring Hill Broncos. Tough offensive first quarter for Spring Hill, but only down 3. So they weathered that early storm, and now let's see if they can get things going offensively here as we start quarter number 2. Anderson out to Cooper. That's a long two-pointer, a foot on the line, but they'll take it certainly. And that's now a 6-0 run going back to the first quarter for Spring Hill as Paige Cooper knocks down that long two-point jumper off the assist by Avery Anderson, who has yet to score, but she's forced a couple of turnovers, has a team-high 4 rebounds, and now picks up that assist. And now comes over as the help defender to help force that miss. Ball on the floor off of Seba, so Avery Anderson coming up with yet another play. That one won't necessarily show up in the stats right there, but it's another fine defensive play by Anderson to get the ball back for Tonganoxie. Get the ball back for Spring Hill. This is Powell underneath to Cooper. Blocked shot by Sunderland and saved by Sunderland. Good footwork on the baseline to get that ball back for now Tonganoxie. It's a 10-9 lead for the Chieftains. They have not scored here in 3-18, the last 3-18 of this game. They led 10-3 at the time, but now a 6-0 run by Spring Hill has the Broncos within 1. The defense by Powell, defending Emily Crowley, who's in to start this quarter for the first time for Tonganoxie. Deflected by Frank, and then knocked out of bounds off of Brusvin. So Spring Hill gets the ball as they force their 5th turnover of the game. Popovich comes in along with Kaylee Oakes and Emily Dowd as well. Anderson, Frank, and Cooper all check out of the lineup for Spring Hill. The Broncos down by 1, a chance to take their first lead here on this trip down the floor. Oakes on the wing, left side. Popovich swings it on over to Weber. Fires underneath to Powell. They double down on Brooke, and she is grabbed on the arm. A foul is called. Seba was the secondary defender that came in trying to rake that ball out, and that's who is going to be called for the foul. And that's her second and the team's 6th. Inbound to Popovich. Quickly to Weber, now right out to the wing. Powell has a good look, can't draw it up though, and it is pulled down by Lauren Gray. 5 first-half rebounds for Gray to lead all players. As the Chieftains have it up by 1. Lob underneath to Gray, and she's able to finish. Feed by Sunderland, set it up. Lead back up to 3. For Tonganoxie, this is Dowd trying to go baseline, cut off. Back up top to Powell. Weber tries to slip underneath of the defender, but it's deflected and stolen away. Seba backside to Gray and pushed by Weber. Ooh, they're going to call a travel actually. So Jenna Weber was doing all she could to try to keep her body weight off of Lauren Gray. And before Weber stumbled into her, Gray is called for the travel. Weber will come out. Frank comes back in. Caitlin Dawson and Kate Milroy also coming in. So both Milroy and Dawson have 2 fouls apiece. So they'll want to play smart basketball here with 5:33 left in the quarter. Or left in the first half still. Do not want to see one of them pick up a third here in this second quarter. That's Milroy underneath. They go to their smallest player, working on the block. Can't finish, though. Morgan Brusvin the rebound for Tonganoxie. Dawson got a hand on it. Seba gets it back, though, for the Chieftains. Tongi leading by 3 with 5 minutes left in the half. They've led the entire way, opened up the game on a 6-0 run, scored on each of their first 3 possessions. Spring Hill's had it back down to as little as 1 earlier in this second quarter, but they have not tied it or been able to take the lead yet in this game. Seba lost the defender Dawson, but then shot it short, got it back, and sticks it back on a second chance. 14-9 Tonganoxie. 4.5 to play in the second quarter. Frank, another slow offensive start for her tonight. Just 2 points as she sends it up top Dowd. Top 3-point shooter on the season for Spring Hill. Missed that one just off to the right side. And then Popovich tied up with Brusvin, and the jump ball will give it to Tonganoxie. Seba walks it up here for Tonganoxie. Chieftains lead by 5. Just over 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. Now Crowley lobbing inside to Brusvin. She's fouled by Dowd. Emily has picked up her first. Team's 9th, 2 shots for Brusvin, who's already 2 out of 2 at the line in this game. First shot from Brusvin rattles out. Anderson back for Spring Hill. Gray back for Tonganoxie. That ball bounced 3 times on the iron before it missed and off of Gray and out of bounds. So an empty trip for Tonganoxie. Their lead remains 5 with 4:06 to go in quarter number 2. Full court pressure by Tonganoxie, trying to get a trap set up. Down gets it over top of it. Inside, Dawson feeds Allie Frank. Again, can't get the roll. Tip back out to Dodd. Second chance try off the back iron. And it's cleared out of there by Ashton Barnes for Tonganoxie. Spring Hill dominating the rebounds right now because of their offensive rebounding. They're getting a lot of second chance opportunities, but have been unable to capitalize on many of them. Gray, catch and shoot, top of the key, too strong. Rebound secured in the corner by Milroy. Spring Hill's got it as they try to trim the 5-point deficit. Anderson with a quick shot on the other end. Missed it strong, and Barnes with another rebound to clear for Tonganoxie. Barnes hands to Seba. She got it blocked by Frank, or make that Anderson. No, it was Frank with the block shot, but then Allie commits a foul as well. Lost her footing and falls into the shooter Brusvin. So now Allie's got 2 fouls. 2-shot foul here for Brusvin. Made her first 2, missed her last 2. Popovich replaces Frank. Julia Hess comes in to replace Emily Dowd. Well, Brusvin was perfect, then missed them both, and now perfect again. She's 4 for 6 at the line in the game, and it's back to a 7-point lead, matching the largest it's been for Tonganoxie tonight. Spring Hill scored the opening possession of this second quarter, 21 seconds into the quarter. But that, unfortunately, was 5 minutes ago. They have not scored since. That ball is saved, but saved back to Spring Hill. Broncos a chance with numbers. Milroy takes the open deep 2-pointer and gets the shooter's roll. Kate with the first basket in over 5 minutes for Spring Hill. The Broncos trail by 5 with 2:26 to go in the half. Barnes swings it left side Sunderland. She wants a screen. Barnes comes out to set it. Now over to Gray. Lauren Gray on the drive. Popovich comes over to help. And a travel called on Gray, the 7th turnover by Tonganoxie. Back to the bench goes Spring Hill. Brooke Powell returns along with Paige Cooper. Spring Hill down 5 with 2 minutes left in the first half. Anderson finds Milroy on the backside block but missed the layup. Popovich, another offensive rebound. Out to Cooper. She fires from the left wing short, and it's cleared by Seba. There you go, another second chance opportunity. But yet again, they come up empty, and Spring Hill trails by 5 with 90 seconds left in the half. Gray travels again as once again Spring Hill got away with a little help on that travel. Some contact there, and Gray wanted that whistle to go that way, but it didn't for her. She's called for a travel, the 8th turnover, as Dawson and Dowd check back in for Spring Hill, along with Allie Frank. Broncos have 1:25 left in the half, trailing by 5. Milroy trying to hand to Dawson. Seba made sure that couldn't happen. Now Frank, 15-foot jumper missed off the back of the rim. Seba, the rebound for Tonganoxie. Long pass up to Barnes, who fumbles it out of bounds and then goes crashing into the protective padding of the baseline wall. Kaylee Oakes checks in for Avery Anderson. 1:05 remaining in this first half. Just 2 points in the last 6.5 minutes for Spring Hill. Dawson quickly underneath to Oakes. Kaylee has it tied up by Ashton Barnes. This time the arrow favors Spring Hill. 44 seconds left in the half. Lob into Frank, hit as she shot it from close range, and a foul will put Allie at the free throw line. They call it on Sunderland, her second. 2 shots for Allie Frank. Percentage-wise, second on the team at 54% this year. 15 of 28 at the line, but first one misses. Weber and Powell return for Spring Hill. Frank missed both free throws. Seba with the long rebound. Half minute left here in the second quarter. Barnes up top, long 2-pointer, missed right iron, and a foul on Barnes from that Brusvin miss. That will put Spring Hill on the free throw line as Ashton Barnes picks up her first, team's 8th. Popovich checks in for Allie Frank. Jenna Weber is the shooter, 1 of 5 this year at the free throw line. This will be a 1-and-1 for Jenna. Freshman knocks down the first. Now Cooper re-enters for Dowd. Weber able to knock down both free throws, and despite the long scoring droughts here in this first half for Spring Hill, they're within a single possession with 20 seconds left in the half. Cooper nearly came up with that steal. Now Seba drives, sends it back to Barnes. Long two-pointer off front iron. Oaks down to the floor, gets the rebound, and a timeout is taken by Clay Freegon with 7 seconds left in the first half. So the Kaylee Oaks rebound will give Spring Hill a last shot opportunity in this quarter as they trail by 3, but they probably have to not feel good about necessarily the way they played in the first half, but they've got to feel somewhat good about where the score is because of the way they played in this first half. It's just been a tough offensive go. A lot of missed opportunities offensively, a lot of second chance opportunities. The hustle's been there, the effort's been there. They've rebounded the ball well. They've taken care of the basketball pretty well. Just 5 turnovers in this game for Spring Hill, but just haven't been able to make shots. So Coach Freegon, I think, will be okay with it all when it's said and done if they can eventually turn this thing around. And thankfully, Tonganoxie hasn't been able to run out of the way and build up a double-digit lead with the offensive struggles in this first half for Spring Hill. 4 seconds here. It's Weber to Cooper. She's got one, or make that Oaks rather, on that final shot, but looked like Barnes may have partially blocked it, and that'll end the first half. It's a 3-point lead at halftime for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. They led the entire first half, 16-13. Coming up next, it's the halftime show brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Leah Smith. Missouri, Leah, your local farmer's insurance agent, is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome to the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. To learn more, call 913-221-0755. Just up the street at 159th and Merlin, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. Halftime in Tonganoxie this evening, 16-13. The Tonganoxie Chieftains on top of the Spring Hill Broncos. We take a look at our eye on the game, brought to you by White Cell Optometry Vision Source. No ties, no lead changes in this ball game as Tonganoxie scored on each of their first 3 possessions to take a 6-0 lead in the opening minutes. Spring Hill got their first points at the 3:48 mark of the first quarter, so they opened the game on a 4-minute and 12-second scoring drought. Tonganoxie would get the next 4, and they built their lead up to 7 at 10-3 when we went into the final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Then Spring Hill got their first little run of the game. They scored the final 4 points in the first quarter to close that gap to 3 by the end of the period. Then got the first bucket of the second quarter and had the lead down to 1 at 10-9. But Spring Hill would then go 5 minutes without scoring, and Tonganoxie went on a 6-0 run during that 5-minute spell to push the lead back up to 7, which matched their largest lead of the first half. Spring Hill was able to end that 5-minute scoring drought with 4 points in the final 2:26 of the half. And Tonganoxie went scoreless over the final 3:06 of that first half. So when it's all said and done, it's a 3-point game here at the half. Again, no ties, no lead changes. Largest lead for Tonganoxie has been 7, and the current lead for Tonganoxie is 3. 16-13 here at the half. Your eye on the game brought to you by White Cell Optometry Vision Source. Keep an eye on your child's screen time. If they're experiencing eye strain or headaches, it might be a good time for an exam. Make an appointment with White Cell Optometry Vision Source by calling 913-592-2020, and be sure to ask about the 2020 rule. The Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance Halftime Show continues right after this. We'll take a look at our first half numbers when we come back. 16-13, Tonganoxie leading Spring Hill at the half.
White Cell Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. White Cell Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Whitesell and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call White Cell Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back inside the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show from Tonganoxie tonight, where it's 16-13. The Tonganoxie Chieftains on top of the Spring Hill Broncos in our girls game this evening. Taking a look back at the first half numbers for you, Tonganoxie led by Morgan Brunsvin, the 5'9 junior, with 6 first half points. 4 of it came at the free throw line. She went 4 of 6 at the foul stripe in the first half, but she's got a game high 6 points right now. Rest of the scoring for the Tonganoxie Chieftains: 4 points from Lauren Gray, Kylie Rickard, Reagan Seba, and Emma Sunderland, each with 2 points. Gray, the leading rebounder for the Chieftains. She pulled down 6 first half rebounds. Reagan Seba with 4 rebounds and only 1 assist apiece from Sunderland and Gray to lead the way there. For the Spring Hill Broncos, nobody with more than 3 in the first half. Brooke Powell's 3 points leads the way right now for Spring Hill. And then you've got Kate Milroy, Emily Dowd, Allie Frank, Jenna Weber, and Paige Cooper, all with 2 points apiece. Avery Anderson leading the team on the glass. She had 5 first half rebounds. Allie Frank behind her with 3. And then 1 assist apiece from Julia Hess and Avery Anderson to lead the way in that department. Rebounding-wise, we're dead even, 13 apiece in that first half. Turnovers, Spring Hill had just 5. They took care of the ball well. Tonganoxie, they had 9 first half turnovers, but they've got a lead as well. Neither team made a three-point shot, and both teams were fair at the free throw line as far as Spring Hill, I guess, 5 of 7. Tonganoxie got there 7 times. They only made 3, though, as they lead it by 13, though. Tonganoxie 16, Spring Hill 13. You've been watching the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show. Second half starts next here on Spring Hill Sports Live. And Missouri. Your local farmers insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back inside Tonganoxie High School. We head to the second half of this ball game, and Spring Hill trailing Tonganoxie 16-13. Tongi led the entire first half, opened the game up 6-0, and Spring Hill able to get it back to a 1-point deficit early in the second quarter, but then gave up 6 in a row after that, and it was back to 7 before they closed the lead, or that gap back down to 3 here as we start the second half. Tonganoxie with the basketball. Seba, Gray, Rickard, Brusvin, and Sunderland. For Spring Hill, it's Anderson, Milroy, Frank, Cooper, and Dawson. This is Sunderland up top to Seba, and her three-pointer is good. So neither team made a three-point shot in the first half, but the first bucket of the second half is a tray from Seba. Foul against Tonganoxie. And that's the third foul now on Sunderland. So both Sunderland and Rickard have 3 fouls apiece. Frank on the offensive putback. Tried once and missed, then got it again, and then is fouled. That is on Rickard. That's her 4th. Two shots for Allie Frank. And the first foul shot is good from Allie. Ashton Barnes replaces Rickard. That one's short and rebounded by Gray. Five-point game. And Gray eventually travels. She was having all kinds of trouble getting that ball up the floor. And that's double-digit turnovers now for Tonganoxie. Spring Hill's only committed 5, but the story of this game for them has just been the lack of shots, being able to make shots. They just have had lots of looks. Nothing will go down. That's a great look for Milroy, and that one does go down. So Kate knocks down a 3. So both teams get their first 3-pointers of the game early in this third quarter. Deflected out by Spring Hills. The Broncos have that deficit down to 2. They'll keep the full court pressure on. Seba over to Gray. Ooh, she traveled again, it looked like. Now Seba into the front court to Sunderland. Ball through the hands of Barnes and turned over. Milroy to run with it for Spring Hill. And a tough angle to try to bounce that one into Frank. Allie was trying to get a call that was a deflection, but there's no deflection called. It's a Spring Hill turnover. Tonganoxie's got it back up by 2. 6:20 left, quarter number 3. Knocked out by Dawson. Dawson and Milroy and Frank all with 2 fouls for Spring Hill. Dawson and Milroy both picked up their second back in the first quarter. They were able to still play some of the second quarter and did it cleanly, thankfully. So no terrible foul trouble there. This is Gray again. Missed the first 3, missed the second 3 also. Milroy gathers it in the corner. Dawson, off-balance runner, misses. Frank gets it as it's tapped back into Allie. And then she's tied up. Jump ball will leave it with the Broncos. Popovich up off the bench will check in for Spring Hill, replacing Avery Anderson. Inbound underneath to Popovich, and she's able to sneak it up off the glass and in. And we are tied for the first time in this game with 5:46 left in quarter number 3. Spring Hill has finally overcome that early 6-point hole they dug. Another jump ball is called. This time it will be Tonganoxie basketball. 6-0 run here from Spring Hill to tie this game up at 19. Trap on Seba. Knocked away by Dawson. Throws it up for Frank, and she's fouled by Brusvin. So 2 shots coming up from for Allie, as they'll have a chance to take their first lead of the game. And Frank's free throw won't go down, and I wanted to. He was crawling around up there on the iron, but didn't go down. Frank just 1 of 4 now at the free throw line in this game. Or check that, 1 of 5 now at the free throw line. Dowd and Powell in for Spring Hill. See if Allie can give them the lead on this one. And she does. 20-19, Spring Hill on top of the first time. Full court pressure starting to get to Tonganoxie here, and there's another turnover. Seba tried to escape down the sideline, but Milroy did a good job using that sideline as an extra defender. And Seba just flat out ran out of room over there and steps out of bounds. Now for the first time tonight, we can say Spring Hill trying to build on their lead. Instead, though, they turn it over on the inbound pass. And Milroy, I guess, will be called for a foul. I'm not sure she ever really made contact with the Tonganoxie defender that stole the basketball, but she's called for her 3rd foul. So she will come out. In comes Jenna Weber with 5:29 left in the third, a 20-19 lead for Spring Hill. Much better on the press break there by Tonganoxie. They didn't hold the ball. They caught it and got rid of it. Didn't let those traps get set up by Spring Hill. Brusvin, extra pass. Gray fumbled it, and Dowd with a steal going the other way. Emily lays it up. It clipped the bottom of the backboard, though. Rebounded by Sunderland, and then she's knocked to the floor by Emily Dowd, her 2nd foul and the team's 2nd. No press this time from Spring Hill. They will set up in the half court. You can see the student section there on the far side of the screen, all in their Hawaiian Island gear. I guess that's wishful thinking because it is not island weather outside. Only getting colder and colder. And they moved this game up, scheduled for tomorrow night originally, but because of the weather forecast tomorrow, which is anything but nice looking, they wanted to make sure they get this game in. They've already had to move enough games around this part of the state this year that they said, let's go ahead and not risk it with Mother Nature tomorrow. We'll play it on Thursday night when it's going to be nice. Cold, but nice. So Tonganoxie was trying to squeak out an extra possession there on what was supposed to be Spring Hill basketball. Tonganoxie was going to throw it in and took the officials a little bit of time. He's laughing about it right now. They noticed before the ball got inbounded, and thanks to large part to the Spring Hill crowd, they were making sure that the officials knew they had it wrong. Foul called on Lauren Gray. They call it on the floor. For Gray, it's only her first, and it's the team's fourth of this second half. 4:46 to go in the third. 20-19. Popovich on the inbound. Foul by Barnes. 2 shots coming for Michaela. The free throw line has not this year been a place that Spring Hill has used to win ball games for them. They've been outshot most nights at the free throw line, both in volume and percentage. Spring Hill only a 48% free throw shooting team this year. Tonight, not only are they making them, they're now 8 of 12 as Popovich misses that one, so 8 of 13. But they are getting there a lot more than Tonganoxie. They have taken almost twice as many, 13 attempts for Spring Hill, just 7 attempts for Tonganoxie. Chieftains have made only 3 of them at the free throw line, so that has been a plus tonight for Spring Hill as they lead by 2 on the road, and now they've forced another turnover. Dawson with a steal and a full head of steam the other way, but the layup missed. Saved back in by Sunderland, and not because she knew where she was throwing it, but she threw it right to her teammate. Got it to Seba, and Tonganoxie gets the stop. Chieftains down by 2 as Tonganoxie has not scored now in 3 minutes. They scored the opening basket of the second half, went up 19-13 with that one. But that was about 3.5 minutes ago, and Spring Hill has since put up 8 in a row to take a 21-19 lead. Now an illegal screen called against Tonganoxie. The second foul. I think it's listed as the second on Barnes. No, there they got it. Okay, the second on Brusvin. And the 6th team foul. Kaylee Oakes in there now for Spring Hill along with Weber. This is Oakes at the foul line. The 15-foot jumper is good. Now Kaylee extends the run to a 10-0 run now for Spring Hill with 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Timeout, Tonganoxie. We'll step aside with 3:32 left in the third. A 10-0 run by the Broncos of Spring Hill High School has them out in front here in the third.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to Tonganoxie High School tonight. Thursday night hoops as the Spring Hill Broncos have finally got it going here as they have climbed out of what was at one point a 7-point hole. They've trailed by as many as 6 in this third quarter, but a 10-0 run by the Spring Hill girls have them on top for the first time in this game. At 23-19, they've allowed just 2 points, or check that, just 3 points in this third quarter. A 3-pointer early on by Reagan Seba in this third quarter. That's all Tonganoxie's got in the period. Now they get 2 underneath from Brusvin. Sunderland picks up her 3rd assist as Brusvin's got 8 points now. That ends the long scoring drought of 4 minutes for Tonganoxie as the Broncos lead is now 2. Dawson blocked in the paint by Baldock, who's in for the first time. A sophomore, Hattie Baldock, number 2 there with that block shot. And then Dawson, a little frustration foul of the backcourt, her 3rd and the team's 3rd. Allie Frank and Brooke Powell check in for Spring Hill, and Back for Tonganoxie comes Kylie Rickard. She's got 4 fouls. Number 30 there in white for Tonganoxie. She has come back in with her 4 fouls in this third quarter. Trap set on Seba, trying to split it off the dribble. Got through there. Now Rickard's got it. Her pass deflected by Frank, stolen by Cooper. Weber angles in, backing in, up off the rim, no good. Frank on a putback as she's falling to the floor, able to convert. 25-21. Allie Frank with an unconventional basket. 3-pointer way off the mark from Sunderland. Cooper the rebound. Spring Hill with the ball. Broncos up by 4. .220 left here in the third. Frank coming across the paint, trying to go into her. The ball deflected back out by Gray. Powell the first to get to it. Again, Gray with a deflection, but Frank comes up with this one. Missed once, got it back, converts on the second chance. 8 points, 8 rebounds now for Allie Frank. Under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Spring Hill up by 6, their largest lead of the game, and it's trimmed in half by Lauren Gray. 27-24, a minute 43 to go in the third. Up top to Frank, now she wants 3, and it rattles around and out. Rebounded by Gray. I thought that ball was going to go down. It was rattling around up there. It looked like it was going to be soft enough to drop, but it did not. Layup missed by Seba. Powell not only gets the rebound, but she comes flying out of there with it. And then lost it. Loose ball. Frank down to the floor. Got hit in the face. Baldock tying up Allie Frank there, and looked like she may have got Allie right above the eye in the forehead. So Allie will come out of the game for the moment. In comes Popovich. Dowd also checking in. Brusvin in for Tonganoxie. And also, for the first time in this game, Tonganoxie will bring Brooklyn Lang in as well, number 21. 3-point Spring Hill lead with 1:10 left in the third. Dowd, good closeout on her by Sunderland. Now Weber from the baseline. Sunderland the rebound on the backside. Under a minute left in the quarter. Tonky down by 3 with the ball. Bounce pass into Brusvin. They reverse it back out. Gray on the wing. Again, Brusvin will try to go into the body of Popovich and draws the foul on Michaela, her second, and the team's 4th. I think they're going to call this on the floor, or are they going to give her 2 shots? No, they are going to call on the floor. Oh, they called that foul on Powell, though. Well, it was Popovich who was there guarding her. They called it on Powell. It's her second, and would have been second on either one of them. Well, we inbound it by Sunderland. Into Brusvin, off the glass, no good. And then a foul committed by Brusvin. As Avery Anderson was trying to collect the rebound, Brusvin commits her 3rd, and that's the 7th team foul, so it will put Avery Anderson at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Weber checks in before this first foul shot. She comes in for Dawson. Tonganoxie will make a change as well. Seba replaces Lang. Anderson missed the front end of the 1-and-1. And a foul then called against Spring Hill. Maybe Popovich. Yep. So now it's the second on Michaela. And the 5th team foul. 38 seconds left in the third. Spring Hill started the quarter down 3. Now the Broncos lead by 3 for the final half minute of the quarter. Gray on the dribble is fouled. And they'll get Popovich again. That's her third. Allie Frank returns. That's a good sign. You got a hit in the head, came out, but she is back into the lineup now for Spring Hill. Pass inbounds to Gray. Back to the inbounder. Sunderland fouled by Dowd. And a couple of free throws coming up for Emma Sunderland. Just 2 points tonight from Sunderland, but she does have a team-high 3 assists. Has been a very active part of the offense despite not scoring much tonight. Does get that free throw. First free throw that Tonganoxie's made since early second quarter. Dawson in there, Barnes in there for Tonganoxie. Lang also back for Tonganoxie. Both free throws good, and with 19 seconds left in the third quarter, the Spring Hill lead down to 1. Dawson with 10. Gets it back with 6. Underneath Powell. Good ball fake, off the glass too strong. And on the baseline, picked up by Lang. She falls out of bounds, and the clock expires, and they will end the third quarter that way. Spring Hill up by 1 as we go to the fourth, 27-26 in Tonganoxie tonight on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back inside Tonganoxie High School tonight, where we are off to the fourth quarter in a close one, 27-26. Spring Hill by 1. The Broncos took their first lead of the game with 5:35 left to play in that third quarter in the midst of a 10-0 run. They took their first lead. They built that lead up to as many as 6. But the last 5 points of the quarter went to Tonganoxie. And Spring Hill failed to score in the last 2 minutes of that third quarter. So their 6-point lead down to 1 as we start the fourth. Tongi with the ball. This is Gray on the drive. Stops outside the paint mid-post and double dribbles or travel. I couldn't tell what he called, but either way, a turnover. And that is 16 against Tonganoxie. Dawson brings it up for Spring Hill. Second leading scorer on the year for Spring Hill has not scored tonight, though, and that pass, was it deflected? It was not, apparently. It's a turnover for Spring Hill. Only the 8th for the Broncos. They have done a good job possessing the basketball in this game. Struggled to make shots at times, but right now, lead by 1. Led by Ali Franks, 8 points tonight. Tonganoxie led by 8 from Morgan Brusvin. Gray's pass deflected out by Dawson. Oh, it went deflected off of Sunderland. So Dawson hit it first, but then it went off of Sunderland. And it'll be another Tonganoxie turnover. Spring Hill with the ball up by 1. Opening minute of the fourth quarter. Both teams trying to snap out a losing skid. Spring Hill has dropped the last 3. Tonganoxie has dropped the last 4. Chieftains winless in the Frontier League at 0-3. Spring Hill 1-2 in Frontier League play this year. Anderson out to Powell, deflected away and out by Sunderland. Kylie Rickard checks in, replacing Ashton Barnes for Tonganoxie. Rickard's got 4 fouls. Powell on the right wing after Sunderland gambled for it. Can't take advantage though. Frank from the wing. Driving in, took a lot of contact by Gray and draws the foul on Lauren Gray, her second. 2 shots coming up for Allie. Frank in the ball game, 2 out of 6 at the free throw line. Has 8 points tonight to lead the scoring for the Broncos. Leads them this year in scoring at 13 per night. Coming off a season low 5 on Tuesday against Eudora. And it's been a bit of another tough offensive night, not just for Allie, but for the entire team. That lid, which was on the hoop back in Spring Hill on Monday night. They must have brought those same rims down here to Tonganoxie tonight, or up here to Tonganoxie tonight, because they have not been very kind to them again. But they lead by 2 as Frank gets 1 out of 2 at the line. 28-26 Broncos. 6:24 remaining in the fourth quarter. Good defense that time by Weber. Stayed straight up, forced the miss. And then Sunderland commits her 4th foul after Dawson got the rebound. So now Kaylin Dawson will have a chance to get her first point of the game. It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Dawson as Milroy and Popovich both check back in for Spring Hill. Ashton Barnes will also check in for Tonganoxie. Dawson this year, 13 of 25 at the line, 52%. And she makes the front end of the 1-and-1 to earn another one. First point of the game for Kaylin. She scored at least 4 every game this year, but tonight, just 1 point now after that first free throw. Missing the second one, and it's deflected out by Popovich. 3-point Spring Hill lead, 6:18 to go in the ball game. Broncos have already had 2 games this year decided by 3 points or less, 1-possession games. They've come out on opposite ends. They won one at Paola by 2 and then lost Tuesday night by 1. This is Gray from the corner for the tie, in and out, and Frank pulls down her 9th rebound. Powell wide open. Dawson tried to get that pass through a bunch of white jerseys, and Gray got a hand on it to deflect it out. Milroy over to Powell as Spring Hill tries to add to their 3-point lead, get this to a 2-possession game. Broncos in no hurry with the lead and the clock their friend at this point. But that pass off the hand of Popovich, and it's a turnover for Spring Hill. Seba knocked away by Milroy, then she lost it out of bounds. Gray will put it into play. Pass deflects by Milroy off of Rickard and out of bounds over to Spring Hill. .5:12 to go. Broncos by 3 with the ball. And a timeout, Spring Hill. 5:09 remains. We're back in a moment. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live. Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
5:09 to play in the ball game tonight from Tonganoxie High School. Spring Hill on top 29-26. Both teams in the bonus. For Spring Hill, that'll be the double bonus next time they're fouled. 3 timeouts remaining for both teams. Possession arrow currently favors Spring Hill with 5:09 to play in the fourth. Lost by 6 Monday night, lost by 1 Tuesday night, and in another down-to-the-wire battle here on Thursday night. Third game in 4 days for Spring Hill. Trying to end a 3-game losing streak. Popovich from Frank, lay it in and go up 5. The lead one shy of the largest it's been tonight for Spring Hill after that bucket by Michaela Popovich. Wave off the shot by Gray. A foul is called prior to, and it will be against Spring Hill. Yep, they're going to call it on Brooke Powell, her third. That's the team's 8th, so it will put Reagan Seba at the line for a 1-on-1. 0 for 1 in the game is Seba at the line. But is able to knock down that free throw. Seba able to get it back to a 1-possession game with 4:45 to go. 31-28 Broncos. Powell in trouble, finds Dawson up at the top of the key. 4:15 remaining as the clock continues to turn down. This is Dawson on the drive. Can't finish, but Milroy has the rebound. And then it's turned over as Dawson tried to get it back up top. It was stolen away by Tonganoxie. The Chieftains with the ball down 3 at the midway point of the fourth quarter. Both teams have made just 1 3 in this game. So even though it's a 3-point lead, it's technically a 1-possession game, but 3-point shooting not the forte of either of these teams tonight. And that's another another Tonganoxie turnover. They're up to 19 giveaways now. Cooper and Anderson are both back in now for Spring Hill. Sunderland returns for Tonganoxie. Dawson's pass underneath for Frank, out in front of her too far. Another turnover, that's their 11th. Gray, top of the key for 3. Misfired, and Sunderland trying to save it. But it's Dawson that comes up with it. And then that's turned over. Back comes Seba. Kick out Barnes. Extra pass up top for Brusvin. That 3 missed. A chance from Gray. She can't finish. Cooper with a rebound. Spring Hill still up by 3 with 3 to go. Milroy retreats back near midcourt. Tonganoxie, they have not played in many close games this year. They have just one game this season that's been decided by single digits. Frank's three missed. Milroy able to get that rebound and then fouled by Sunderland. That is the fifth on Emma Sunderland. So she will foul out of the game. 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. But the sophomore guard is out for the remaining 2:33 with her fifth foul. And Cheyenne Aaron, a sophomore, replaces her. 2 shots for Milroy. They're in the double bonus. Kate's got 5 points tonight. She's the top free throw shooter by percentage on the team at 58% this year. But the first misses, and the lead remains just 3. One out of 2 for Milroy, and does make it a 4-point game, though. We talked about Spring Hill, the fact that they've played 2 games decided by a combined 7 points already this week. Tonganoxie's closest game this year was a 7-point loss to Lewisburg back in the openers. The Chieftains will spend a timeout. It's their last 30-second timeout. They've still got 2 fulls remaining. Spring Hill with 3 timeouts. 2 fulls and a 30 remain for them. But the Broncos with 2 close games already this week. And overall, 3 games this year decided by 6 points or fewer. And for Tonganoxie, just 1 game decided by less than 13 points, or less than 10 points, and that was back at the opener, a 38-31 loss to Lewisburg. They're in somewhat unfamiliar territory. The Broncos, they have been battle-tested in close ones, but can they pull one out on the winning side now? Beat Paola by 2, but they've lost their last 2 games. There were single-digit margins both earlier this week on Monday and Tuesday. This is a deep 3 from the right wing by Aaron. Offensive rebound, Brusvin. Gray up top to Barnes. Finds Brusvin open. She gets the bank shot to go, and a foul on Dawson will give Brusvin a 3-point chance. 10 points now from Morgan Brusvin, the leading scorer for Tonganoxie. And the 4th foul on Kaylin Dawson might make this a 3-point play for Tonganoxie. That's the tough way to give them a chance here for 3. A team that does not shoot nor make many threes, and now they're going to have them a chance at the line to get that 3 points. And Brusvin gets it. 1-point game with just over 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Anderson's pass behind Dawson. She's able to track it down in the corner, though. Then is fouled. Seba picks up her 3rd. 2 shots coming up for Dawson. They've already made a season-high 11 free throws in this game, Spring Hill has. Dawson now will try to add to it. For her part, she's 1 of 2 at the line. The only point she has tonight came at the free throw line. Now she adds another. Aaron back in for Lang. 1:56 remains in the 4th quarter. Spring Hill by 2. Dawson will try to make it 3. And the senior guard does. 34-31 Broncos. Under 2 to go in the 4th. Seba's got the ball. She's made the only 3-pointer in this game for Tonganoxie. Brusvin hands it back to her. Off the dribble around Powell, floats off the glass and banks it in. 34-33, 1:35 left. Powell off to the left side, hesitates, then curls around the corner down to the block. Back up top to Milroy. Clock down to 1:13. Milroy at this point just playing keep away and just say, come and catch me. Aaron takes a swipe in there at the basketball, but Milroy able to keep with it. Clock goes down to 53 seconds. Milroy still with that dribble line. Now finally terminates the dribble and then throws it out of bounds. So they take a lot of time off the clock, but in the end, it's a turnover with 47 seconds to go, and Tonganoxie's got the ball down by 1. Only the 13th turnover for Spring Hill, which as it stands would be a season low for the Broncos, but a costly time for one in the final minute of a 1-point game. Seba up top, Barnes. They don't guard her. She'll attack. Brings it back up to Bresvin. Around to Aaron in the corner. 30 seconds left in the ball game. Seba to Gray. Corner 3. Spins out. Dawson with a big rebound for Spring Hill. Kalen pushes into the front court with 20 seconds left. Barnes guarding her as Dawson goes around to the baseline. Out to Anderson. Down to 15 seconds. Tonganoxie's got a foul. Down to 10 seconds. And bang, they foul Kate Milroy by knocking her to the floor at midcourt. Cheyenne Aaron commits the personal foul. And that will give Milroy at least 2 shots. Are they going to call it more than just a common foul? They will not. It was certainly a hard foul, but they'll say just a common foul on Aaron. No intentional foul there, no flagrant. So it will put Kate Milroy at the line for 2 shots. She's 1 out of 2 at the line in this game. And she's able to make the first. That's a big one. This one would be obviously bigger, but at least now you're not getting beat on a layup. And now Milroy to try to make this a 3-point lead, and does. Big free throws from Milroy. And then a foul by Dawson on the inbound pass will give 2 free throws to Seba. That was the last thing you wanted, I think, with 10 seconds that far away from the hoop. Fouling down 3, that's not such a bad idea, but they're not going to do anything 90 feet from the bucket. Let them dribble the ball, get to half court, get just across half court, then commit that foul. That's fine. It is the 5th on Dawson as well, so that adds to the matter, and she's fouled out. 3 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist tonight from Dawson, but now just a couple of tenths of seconds came off the clock, and Seba gets to walk to the other side of the floor to attempt free throws. She's 2 of 3 in this game. And this will be a 2-shot foul as both teams in the double bonus now. Seba's first free throw is good. Second Tonganoxie player into double figures tonight now with 10. And the Chieftains will take another timeout. They have 1 timeout remaining with 10 seconds left in this 4th quarter. Now recapping things for you here. The situation, you've got double bonus both ways. 1 timeout for Tonganoxie. 3 timeouts remain for Spring Hill. The possession arrow, which is always potentially key late in a ball game like this, is in favor of Spring Hill, so that's important. If the Broncos get in a situation where they're going to be tied up, they've got 2 things going for them. They got 3 timeouts, so they can't be afraid to burn one of those, but they also have the possession arrow in their favor. But right now, Seba will be at the free throw line coming out of this timeout. She's made 3 in a row. All 3 of her makes at the line have come in this 4th quarter. She's 3 for 4 total in the game. A 2-point Spring Hill lead. Tonganoxie led the first almost, 19 minutes of this game until the 5:35 mark of the 3rd quarter. That's when Spring Hill took the lead for the first time, and then Spring Hill has led ever since that moment. But it's right now just 2, and Reagan Seba is at the line for Tonganoxie to try to make it 1. Just 10 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And Seba's free throw goes off the back rim and still loose, picked up by Milroy. She's fouled with 6.8 seconds left. So now a couple of really big free throws for Kate. With 2 shots coming up by 2, she's got a chance to basically put this game away for Spring Hill. She can make this a 2-possession game with just 6 seconds left and all but end it. The first one's short. So even though she won't be able to make it a two-possession game at this point, still has a chance to make this back to a three-point game as Tonganoxie uses their final timeout. So the Chieftains going to go all in on this. Mitch Loomis knows at the very least his team's going to be down 2, and he knows at the most, obviously without giving up an offensive rebound, but at that point, game's more or less over anyway, so he's banking on either his team getting a rebound or if Spring Hill makes this. Either way, he knows it's a one-possession game, and they've got basically one possession. Kate Milroy with the free throw coming up to try to make this a three-point game. And at the very least, you know you're not losing, barring a foul that way. Milroy has gone 3 of 5 in this game. All of her free throw attempts have come in this fourth quarter. Let's see if Kate can make this a three-point lead with 6.8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And with Tonganoxie out of timeouts now, Clay Fregon had to really go through everything, all the scenarios defensively he wants out of his girls there, because you don't very badly want to use a timeout now if you're Spring Hill, to give Tonganoxie a chance to adjust their strategy depending on the situation. We'll see if she makes this, whether they opt to go with the foul with that three-point lead. First things first, though, is you got to make it, and Kate missed it. So 2-point game, 6 seconds left. Here comes Tonganoxie. Down to 3. Seba gets it to Lang. Lang drives in. A foul is called, but it's an offensive foul, and that will end the ball game. Offensive foul is called on that final drive by Lang. It doesn't matter at that point, and it's over. So Spring Hill trailed the entire first half, but they took the lead early in the third quarter, and they would hold it the rest of the way. It was another close one, and for the third time in 4 days, Spring Hill plays a game decided by 6 points or fewer. This time, though, unlike the previous two, Spring Hill comes out on top. 36-34, your final tonight, as the Broncos improve to 4-5, ending their 3-game slide and dropping the Tonganoxie Chieftains to 1-7 with their 5th consecutive loss. We're back to wrap things up for you in the girls' game next, with the boys' game still to come here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Collision and paint. A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center postgame show tonight, brought to you by Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center. They work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. It's a winner tonight for the Spring Hill girls on the road as they defeat Tonganoxie 36-34. They played 3 games in the last 4 days. The 3 games have had a combined scoring difference of 9 points. A 6-point loss, a 1-point loss, and tonight a 2-point victory. So needless to say, they have played a lot of dramatic basketball over the last 4 days, but for the first time in those 4 days, it's a win for Spring Hill as they snap their 3-game losing streak with the victory tonight, improving to 4-5 as Tonganoxie drops their 5th straight game. They now are 1-7. Tonganoxie 0-4 in the league. Spring Hill improves to 2-2 in the Frontier League. Just 1 tie and 1 lead change. Spring Hill trailed the entire first half. They tied the game up at 19 apiece with 5:46 left in the third. They would take the lead then moments later on a free throw to go up 20-19 at the 5:35 mark of the third quarter, and they led the rest of the way, but not by much. Got the lead up to as many as 6, but then it was trimmed back down to 1 on multiple occasions. Twice, Tonganoxie got it back down to 1, and then it was down to 2 before it was all said and done. And on the final play of the game, a charge called on Tonganoxie's Lang on a drive that would end the ball game and give the victory to Spring Hill. 36-34, the final score tonight. Leading the scoring for the Broncos this evening was Allie Frank with a 9-point effort. She pulled down a team-high 9 rebounds as well. Kate Milroy, 8 points and 5 boards. Emily Dowd with 2 points, 1 rebound. Avery Anderson didn't score tonight, but she did pull down 5 rebounds for the Broncos. Had an assist as well. Kaylin Dawson, a season-low 3 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. So a tough offensive night there, but she'll be okay with it because of the win. Jenna Weber, 2 points, 1 assist for the freshman Weber. Paige Cooper, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Brooke Powell, 3 points and 2 boards. Kaylee Oakes with 2 points and a rebound. And Michaela Popovich had 5 points tonight for Spring Hill. For Tonganoxie, they had 2 in double figures, led by Morgan Brusvin, 11 points and a couple of rebounds. Reagan Seba had 10 and pulled down 5 rebounds. Lauren Gray, 7 points, a team-high 9 rebounds. Emma Sunderland, 4 points, 3 rebounds, a team-high 3 assists. And Kylie Rickard with 2 points rounds out the scoring for Tonganoxie. Spring Hill wins the glass tonight, a +7, 29-22 on the boards, and only 13 turnovers. That's a season low for Spring Hill, while they forced 20 turnovers out of Tonganoxie. And at the free throw line was a best friend of Spring Hill in this game, despite not shooting a great percentage again tonight, just 15 of 26, but the 15 makes and the 26 attempts, both season highs for Spring Hill, while Tonganoxie was just 9 of 14, so a +6 scoring advantage at the free throw line for the Spring Hill girls. Both teams only 1 3-pointer made apiece. And Spring Hill wins it tonight 36-34, snapping that 3-game slide. Next week, thankfully for them, they're only going to have 1 game. It's the Spring Hill boys tournament next week, so just a 1-game week for the girls, and they'll welcome that after a 3-game and 4-day week here this week. But they will be at home against Lewisburg next Wednesday night, and that'll be a 7:30 varsity tip, because it's only the girls in action on that Wednesday night against Lewisburg next week. 36-34, your final in Tonganoxie tonight. Spring Hill girls with the victory. Coming up next, we'll get you set for the boys game as the Spring Hill guys and the Tonganoxie Chieftains on the floor warming up for Game 2 of the night. Coming up on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Collision. A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill. Whitesell Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Whitesell Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Whitesell and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Whitesell Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome into the Comfort Designs pregame show tonight as we get you set for our boys game. Pregame coverage brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. Spring Hill 3-5. They've dropped 4 in a row. Tonganoxie 4-3, coming off of their third loss in their last 4 games after their 3-0 start. They lost Tuesday night at KC Piper 77-49 to the number 1 ranked team in the 5A polls. And Piper, they were off to another excellent start this season. A very, very good program as they were in the state title games, and they are accustomed to being up there at the top of the polls, and they are right there right now in 9-0 on the season, and they handed Tonganoxie their largest loss of the season, a 77-49 defeat for the Chieftains on Tuesday night. Meanwhile, Spring Hill, they have dropped 4 in a row after their hot 3-1 start, and it's been close games that they've dropped as well. Similar to the girls, they have played now of their last 5 ball games. 4 of the 5 have been decided by 8 points or fewer, but only one of those has been won by the Broncos. That was a 48-43 win at Paola. Then they lost by 3 to Metro Academy in overtime, lost by 4 to Blue Valley Southwest, lost by 8 on Tuesday night to Eudora, and then had a 20-point loss earlier this week on Monday night at Shawnee Mission South. But it was another close game. 4 of the last 5, as I mentioned, decided by 8 or fewer. They did have a season-low 6 turnovers Tuesday night, but they only made 5 threes. That was their second fewest in a game this year, and that's been sort of the key for them. You make threes, you win. You miss them, you don't, and they didn't make enough, obviously, on Tuesday night, losing that game by 8 to Eudora. There's been a bit of a run-type season for them as well. They have hot spurts, and then they have really cold spurts. Tonight, they're going to need to avoid those cold spurts against this Tonganoxie team as the Broncos try to end their 4-game slide and do it on the road tonight. Tonganoxie 4-3, 2-2 in the league. Spring Hill 3-5, 2-1 in the league. That's a look at your matchup tonight. Is brought to you by Spring Hill Fitness, your local community gym. Spring Hill Fitness is dedicated to making a friendly, judgment-free environment open 24/7. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-686-2027. We'll get you some keys to the game when we come back. Tip-off moments away. You're watching the Comfort Designs pregame show and Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back into the Comfort Designs pregame show tonight from Tonganoxie High School as we are getting set for our boys game this evening after the Spring Hill girls picked up a 36-34 win earlier tonight. Now it's the boys' turn to try to end their losing streak as the Broncos have dropped 4 in a row entering play tonight and will look to snap out of it against the Tonganoxie Chieftains on the road. Your keys to the game are brought to you by Crown Realty. Let Crown Realty help you get the keys to your dream home. Check out all their listings at crownrealty.com. And if you're in the market to sell your home, remember the key is a great agent. That's what you'll find at Crown Realty in Spring Hill. Call 913-592-2222. I think the biggest key, and we heard Coach Wes Book talk about it multiple times in the latest post-game shows when he's joined us following those 4 straight losses now by Spring Hill. Biggest key is just to avoid those drought. Put 4 quarters together, come out firing every quarter. They've had too many slow starts, especially in the second half. They've had a tendency to come out slow to start in half number 2, and just remedy that. All right, I mean, it's easier to say than do. We all get that, and Coach, obviously there's no magic wand. You can't just wave the wand and then say, fix it, guys, and it's fixed. It takes work. He said we need to get in the practice gym. We need to figure it out. We got to look at ourselves. They spent so much time scouting other teams, and then lo and behold, well, sorry, Coach, you only get 1 day to practice now before this game. So that's not helping. The fact that they've played so many games in a tight window here. As you go back to last Friday's game against Blue Valley Southwest, they played on Friday, Saturday and Sunday off, played on Monday, played on Tuesday, had yesterday off, and now they played again today. That's a lot of games, not a lot of practice time, and when you're in a bit of a funk, sometimes you need a little bit of that practice time. Is you just keep stepping back onto the floor and going at it, and it just seems to kind of snowball. The good news is these guys haven't let it snowball in a way where games are getting out of hand from them. They're staying tight. They're in competitive games. They just haven't been able to pull out a victory now in 4 straight. So tonight, just avoid the droughts. Don't get after those slow starts, whatever it takes, whether it takes a Patrick Mahomes-like pep message for him, pump them up in the huddle before they take the court out of every timeout, out of every quarter break, whatever the case may be. Come out firing early. And then if you want a statistical category to put a key on in this game, I think is rebounding. Tonganoxie rebounds the ball pretty well. They are a plus margin this year, while Spring Hill is just slightly in the negative. They're a .4 rebound negative margin so far in the year. So basically they're dead even, but they're averaging about 4.5 rebounds fewer per game than Tonganoxie. So that may be the statistical key anyway. Of course, 3-pointers are always key for Spring Hill. They need to make their threes, but see if they can win that rebounding battle. If they do that and they come out and play good basketball at the start of every quarter, I like the chances here tonight on the road. Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Crown Realty. Starting lineups, opening tip, and that's next. You've been watching the Comfort Designs pregame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back live inside Tonganoxie High School this evening as we get set for Spring Hill and Tonganoxie Frontier League basketball here on Spring Hill Sports Live. It's time for your starting lineups, brought to you by Perfect Details Salon at 516 North Webster in Spring Hill. The Broncos will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Perfect Details Salon, where they're devoted to making clients flawless from head to toe. Make an appointment online at salonperfectdetails.com or by calling 913-592-5022. For the Tonganoxie Chieftains, who interplay at 4 and 3, they'll start it with number 1, a 5'7" senior, Elijah Tyner, third on the team in scoring at 9.5 per game. 6' junior, number 3, Blake Poggi, 7 points, 4.5 rebounds per game. 6'3" junior, number 5, Heston Robbins, 4.5 points and a team-high 6 rebounds per night. A 6'4" junior, number 15, Dallas Bond, their leading scorer, averaging 11 points per night. Second team All-Frontier League last year as a sophomore. 5'9" junior, number 25, is Riley Beach, who is second on the team in scoring at 10 points per night. Leads the team in assists at just over 3 per night. Head coach of the Tonganoxie Chieftains is Phil Jones. For the Spring Hill Broncos, starting lineup tonight is Cooper Jones, a 6'1" junior, number 1. He's averaging 10.5 points per game, third best on the team. Ryan Weber, a 6'1" junior, number 15, averaging 12.5 points, second best on the team. Leads the team in rebounds and assists, averaging 4.5 and 3.5 respectively. Alex Johnson is a 6'6" senior. He wears number 22 for the Broncos, their leading scorer at 14 points per night. Third on the team in both rebounding and assists. Luke Metcalf, a 6'2" freshman, number 33, 5 points, 2 rebounds per night for the freshman Dominic, for the freshman Metcalf, and then Aaron Dominic, a 6'6" senior, number 42, who is second on the team in rebounding at 4.5 per game to go along with 2.5 points per night. Head coach of the Broncos in his 6th season is Wes Book, assisted by Anthony Sublette and Danny Hodge. Broncos are 3 and 5. Tonganoxie is 4 and 3. It's time for the opening tip, brought to you by Spring Hill Recreation Commission. Sign up now for the annual Daddy Diner Dance scheduled for Saturday, February 15th at the Meadowlark Event Center. $30 per couple and $10 for each additional diner. To register, go online to springhillrec.org or call 913-592-2214. Here we go in Tonganoxie tonight. Dallas Bond, Alex Johnson, center circle. Let's play some hoops as Cooper Jones takes the tip from Johnson, and here we go. Spring Hill with the opening possession. Weber with a screen from Dominic. Kick out to Jones. Great look from Cooper, and he buries the 3 on the opening possession. And if they get a bunch of looks like that, you're going to see a bunch of them go down. That was as open as you could get on a first possession 3 for Cooper Jones, who hit 3 trays on Tuesday night in that loss to Eudora. And now a missed 3 by Tyner on the other side, rebounded by Luke Metcalf. Broncos with the ball up 3. Weber initiates the offense. Assisted to Jones 3, now to Johnson, hands to Jones. Dominic out to set the ball screen. Jones out to Johnson, right wing. Alex, the top scorer on the team right now, averaging 14 per game. Metcalf with the extra pass to the corner. Jones on the drive, jumps in the air, out to Weber. He gets a nice look, but missed it. Johnson on the putback try, gets knocked to the floor, and a foul called against Tonganoxie. Heston Robbins picks up the personal foul, his first, team's first. And it'll be a couple of free throws here for Alex Johnson. Johnson at 74% this year at the free throw line, third best on the team, and his first free throw is good. Johnson got them both. And it's a 5-0 start for Spring Hill. So right away we talked on our keys. Get off to good starts each of the quarters. Well, we can't obviously speak for the second, third, or fourth yet, but they've certainly done that here in the first. 5 early points. A one-and-done trip for Tonganoxie, their first time with it. Now the Chieftains possess it for a second time here as Robbins gets it to Tyner between the rings, working off the bounce against Jones. To Bond in the short corner. Working on Dominic. Off balance, awkward-looking shot by Dallas Bond, rebounded by Alex Johnson. So another one-and-done trip for Tonganoxie. Weber out to Johnson. He gets a wide-open look, and he buries it. Now, they've had 3 really good looks from beyond the arc, hitting 2 of them already, and it's 8-0 Spring Hill, 2 minutes into the opening quarter. Little hesitation on the drive from Beach. Laid it up off the glass too strong. Offensive rebound by Robbins, and he's pushed. And that foul is going to be called on Alex Johnson, his first, team's first. Tyner throws the ball up high at the top of the key to Beach. Tyner got away with the travel, it looked like. Won't matter now. He missed it, and Ryan Weber clears the rebound. Weber with a rebound and 2 assists already. He leads the team in both those categories on the year. Don't see the point guard lead the team in rebounding often, but Weber, very active guy, good on the offensive glass as well, but very good defensive rebounder. And certainly distributes well, averaging 3.5 assists per game. He's already got 2 dimes in this one. Johnson, that bounce pass on the back hip of Dominic and turned over. Beach kicks it out to Poggi. He'll knock down a 3. And Tonganoxie on the board, 3 minutes into the opening quarter to make it 8-3. Jones this time pulls up off the dribble and knocks down a tray. And it's 11-3 Spring Hill with 4:51 left to play in the opening quarter. Timeout taken by Tonganoxie as Phil Jones will try to cool off this hot start from the Spring Hill offense. They've knocked down 3 triples already, 2 of them from Cooper Jones and 1 from Alex Johnson. And the Broncos out to a great 11-3 start in the opening 3:09 of this ball game. Jones hit 3 trays Tuesday night. He's got a pair already. Johnson with 5, Jones with 6. And the Broncos by 8. Daniel Mitchell checks in at the timeout for Spring Hill. Mitchell, 6-foot sophomore, will replace the freshman Luke Metcalf. Tonganoxie doesn't make any changes personnel-wise at the timeout. So the 5 starters remain: Tyner, Poggi, Robbins, Bond, and Beach. It's Tyner that brings the ball up for the Chieftains, met by Jones at midcourt. Poggi on the right wing. Over the top of the key and out to Beach on the left side. Bond sets the screen. They had the switch, but nobody got out there. Dominic didn't look like he was sure whether he was supposed to go out that far on the perimeter to guard Beach. Left him wide open, and Riley Beach, who leads the team this year with now a dozen 3-point makes, makes it an 11-6 game. Weber up top to Jones. Beach was right there on him, but got the hand in the cookie jar. and picks up the personal foul. That's his first, team second. .4:13 left in the opening quarter, an 11-6 lead for Spring Hill. Weber to Johnson, left wing. Gets around Robbins, floats it up from the short corner, deflects back out, and it went off of Robbins last, so it stays with Spring Hill. Weber again to Jones. Does he have a third in him? No, that one rims out. But a whistle against Tonganoxie. A push called on Blake Poggi. His first, team's third, and that will keep it in possession of Spring Hill. Lob into Dominic. Johnson, he was wide open underneath. They didn't see him. Weber pulls up off the shot fake and hits. Little mid-range action there from Ryan Weber, and it's 13-6 Broncos with 3:46 remaining in the first. Poggi with a foot on the line, front iron. Jones wins the battle with Bond for the rebound. Johnson thought about the three. Robbins able to get a hand there to contest, so Johnson thought better of it. They'll wait for a better shot, and that's it right there. Oh, he missed it, but Dominic there to put it back. No, he can't get it back up, but he is fouled. Offensive board by Aaron Dominic, and then a reach-in foul. Got him on the arm. They'll call it on Poggi again. No, they called that one on Bond. That's his first and the team's fourth. Dominic and Jones will sit. Letillier comes in for the first time for Spring Hill, and Metcalf returns. Johnson on the high post. Now Metcalf from the opposite high post. Johnson angling in for the right wing. Floats it up and through. 9-point Spring Hill lead with 3 minutes left in the quarter. A 7-point first quarter from Alex Johnson. Coming off a 19-point game Tuesday night, which matched his season high. Now Bond. Gives it back out to Beach. Robbins, a little high-low with Dallas Bond, and he missed it, but a very late whistle called here on a push against Letillier. Bond will get 2 shots. Oh, no, Bond won't get 2 shots. Huh. Well, that's interesting. So they called the foul. It looked like Letillier may have had a little bit of a push on that shot attempt by Bond. That's about the only thing you could have called a foul if you're going to call a foul, I thought, but they somehow say that foul is on the floor. Certainly will take it if you're Spring Hill. The foul is the first on Letillier and the second, by the way, on the team, but then it's turned over by Tonganoxie. So that ended well for Spring Hill, and the Broncos still lead by 9 with 2:20 left in the quarter. Johnson up top to Weber. That pass to Flex, but it stays with Spring Hill. Bounce pass into the corner to Weber. Goes baseline. Cut off by Novotny. Johnson drives, kicks. Letillier can't get the roll. Rebounded by Novotny, or make that a Beach on the rebound. Nope, it was Novotny. Now it's Beach over on the left side, guarded by Letillier. Wants a screen, gets it from Bond. Now the switch, Metcalf on Beach. Turns down the Novotny screen, pulls up off the dribble and hits his second three. Beach now with 6. And it's 15-9 with a minute 28 left in the period. Metcalf to Johnson, got around Robbins, and he's hit from behind, knocked the ball loose, and then Robbins on the baseline, or make that Wilson rather on the baseline. So it will stay with Spring Hill, but Johnson had it blocked by Robbins. There was a lot of contact, but a lot of ball on that one by Robbins apparently. Weber comes out, Jones back in for Spring Hill. Johnson gets it up top to Jones. All the scoring for the Broncos have come from Johnson and Jones other than a two-pointer from Weber. Letelier fights for the extra possession. Jones out to Johnson. Good look on the right wing, but it's an air ball. Dominic will take the place of Johnson in the Spring Hill lineup. 49 seconds left in the quarter. 15-9 lead for Spring Hill. Broncos open the game on an 8-0 run. They've led the entire quarter. Offensive foul, send it the other way as Andrew Wilson pushed off. Under 40 seconds here in the first quarter, a 6-point lead in the ball for Spring Hill. A travel is called on Jones. .25 and counting here in the quarter. Beach throws it out of bounds. Not on the same page with Robbins. Robbins was cutting to the hoop. Beach threw it back out onto the perimeter. Weber back on for Mitchell for Spring Hill. And Poggi returns for Tonganoxie, replacing Robbins with 21 seconds left. A 6-point Bronco lead here late in the first quarter. Down to 13 here as Weber lets some of that time tick away. Under 10 now. Gets that high double screen, drives to the basket and scoops it in off the glass. 3/4 court heave off the glass. No good from Novotny, or rather a Beach, and we've reached the end of one. An 8-point Spring Hill lead. 17-9 Broncos through one on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back inside Tonganoxie High School. A 17-9 lead for Spring Hill as we head into quarter number 2. Tonganoxie with the ball to start the period, and Elijah Tyner nearly turned it over. It's kicked out by Spring Hill, though. Great start to this ball game for Spring Hill, but we've talked about it a lot here in their last several games. Avoiding those long droughts. They did it in the first quarter. They got to the hot start and they kept it going. Can they start the second quarter now and avoid that layoff? This is Tyner, and he's fouled by Weber. So a couple of free throws coming up for Elijah Tyner, a 62% foul shooter on the year. The foul on Ryan Weber is his first personal and the third team foul. Tyner unable to hit on the first free throw. The 8-point lead right now matches the largest lead of the game. Or check that, they led by 9 at one point in that first quarter, did Spring Hill. Now 7. Weber's got 4 and a couple of dimes. Johnson with 7 and Cooper Jones with 6. 3 first quarter three-pointers as well. Both teams hit 3 times from downtown, and there's a turnover leads to a layup, and Tyner capitalizes for Tonganoxie. Metcalf finds Letillier at the high post, gets it underneath. Dominic tried to reverse it up, but it went off the underside of the rim and out of bounds. Alex Johnson returns for Spring Hill, checks in for Evan Letillier. Just under 7 to go, second quarter. 5-point lead right now for Spring Hill. Tonganoxie has the first 3 in this second quarter. Novotny with a drive and kick. Tyner now looks to attack off the bounce. He's fouled on the floor. Alex Johnson just picked up his second. Fourth team foul against Spring Hill. Tyner to inbound. Novotny right back to Tyner. Drives baseline, floats it up and through. So 5 points to open the second quarter for Tyner. He's got all 5 in this period for Tonganoxie as they've trimmed the lead down to 3. Metcalf from the corner puts it back to 6. A 4th try now for the Broncos. Novotny for the answer. Way too strong, but Dallas Bond has an offensive rebound. Novotny will get a second chance, and he makes good on that second chance. And now the Chieftains have hit 4 times from downtown. Weber to Jones. Jones somehow threaded that one out. Ends up in the hands of Dominic, and then he throws it away. Tyner with a steal. Chieftains down 3 on the move. Tyner leaves for Poggi. Back out to Novotny on the wing. Wraps it back up top to Poggi. Novotny with a deep 3 that time. Maybe a little bit forced. Weber the rebound. Up to Johnson, and he's hacked by Poggi, who tried to reach from behind and knock it free. He picks up his second foul and the 6th team foul with 5:04 left in the second quarter. Daniel Mitchell back in for Spring Hill, and Riley Beach returns for Tonganoxie. We talked about getting off to slow starts in quarters. It's sort of been that here in the second now for Spring Hill. Jumped out to an 8-0 run to start quarter number 1. But now they turn it over again as Poggi lays it off the glass strong. Beach followed him there for the rebound, and they'll reset. And here we've played 3 minutes now to the second quarter, and it's an 8-3 advantage for Tonganoxie as they've trimmed it to 3, and now they've tied it on that tray by Beach. And it's timeout time for Spring Hill with 4:45 left to play. In the first half, we're all knotted up 20 apiece on Spring Hill Sports Live.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Tie ball game, 20 apiece with 4:45 remaining in the second quarter. Tonganoxie was down 8 to start this second quarter. But 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the period, they've outscored Spring Hill 11-3 to knot this game up. A tie ball game for the first time. Mitchell, Weber, Dominic, Jones, and Metcalf, the 5 on the floor for Spring Hill out of the timeout. Beach, Tyner, Bond, Robbins, and Wilson, the 5 for Tonganoxie. Jones to Metcalf. He hit that corner earlier. This time it's a strong shot, though, and rebounded by Andrew Wilson. Tonganoxie a chance to take their first lead. Robbins underneath, point-blank range, missed it, and Dominic clears for Spring Hill. Broncos dodged a bullet there. Now Jones gives the shot fake, drives, floats, and hits. 22-20 Broncos, midway point of the second quarter. Tyner out to Wilson. Now Beach, who's made 3 3-pointers already. Step back, try for a fourth is money. 23-22, and Tonganoxie has taken their first lead of the ball game. Mitchell on the screen for Weber. Metcalf from the corner. Now Weber trying to force it through. The defense turns it over. Tyner showing that speed to go the other way. They're going to count the bucket on the foul by Jones. A 3-point chance for Elijah Tyner, who's got 7 second quarter points. And the lead up to 3 for Tonganoxie. A 16-5 advantage in this second quarter for the Chieftains. The foul is the second on Ryan Weber. And 15 foul called on Spring Hill. I think they're going to change that foul. It's not on Weber. I was hesitant to say it was on Weber, but they do change the foul and give it to Mitchell instead of Weber, and that free throw then short by Tyner, but Tucker Isaacs gets the offensive rebound for Tonganoxie. That shot by Beach sails over the backboard, out of bounds to Spring Hill. Mitchell checks back in, replaces Metcalf. 3:08 left to play in the first half. And the Tonganoxie Chieftains leading 25-22. Thanks to a strong second quarter so far, as Tonganoxie has outscored Spring Hill 16-5 in this second period after the Broncos were up 17-9 after one. This is Landon Kaiser in the game now. Pass to Weber and a reach-in foul as Robbins commits his second. That's the 7th team foul, so a 1-and-1 for Spring Hill. Weber, 78% this year, 21 out of 27 at the foul line. That missed, and Robbins rebounds. Isaacs had it deflected, saved by Jones. It was Dominic that deflected it, and then Jones kept it in play. Kaiser has it knocked away from behind him by Beach. Landon tracks it down, and then Beach fouls him, or Novotny, fouls him way back in the backcourt, which will put Kaiser on the line. So Kaiser 0 for 1 this year at the foul line. Novotny stays in, and it's Robbins that comes out as Bond checks back into the lineup for Tonganoxie. And now John Mitchell has checked in for Spring Hill, replacing Ryan Weber with 2:34 left in the second quarter. Free throw by Kaiser rattles out. Tucker Isaacs with a Tonganoxie rebound, and the Chieftains lead by 3 with the ball. Tyner fell to the floor, and he's called for a travel. So that's the 4th turnover on Tonganoxie. And it sets up Spring Hill with a chance to perhaps tie this game back up with 2:20 left in the half. Andrew Wilson returns for the Chieftains, replacing Tyner. Mitchell's pass deflected into the student section, out of bounds, stays with Spring Hill. Interesting scoring lineup out there right now for Spring Hill. You've got Mitchell, Kaiser, John and Daniel Mitchell, and then Kaiser and Dominic. The 4 of them combined to score about 5 points per night. And then you got Cooper Jones, of course, who's the 3rd leading scorer on the team, but that's about the only place you're looking for offense right now, as Kaiser has it ripped away from him, and Novotny missed the 3. Long rebound, Isaacs. Novotny working off the dribble. It's to Bond, now to the corner for Wilson, and he knocks down a 3. 28-22. With 1:38 left, Tonganoxie has opened it up in the second quarter, a 19-5 advantage in the second period. Jones defers to Kaiser, and his 3 is on line but short. Good job following his own shot. Got it back and put it back. 28-24 with 1:19 left in the half. Novotny swings it out to Beach. Extra pass to Wilson, who's hit back-to-back 3s. 8 3-pointers now for the Chieftains. A minute to go in the half. Lead up to 7. Largest of the game for Tonganoxie. Dominic working against a triple team. Out to John Mitchell. Up top, Jones. Now Daniel Mitchell. Down the right lane line. Bank won't go, and Tucker Isaacs with a rebound. 38 seconds left in the half. 7-point Tonganoxie lead. They were down 8 to start the quarter. Now lead by 7. A 15-point turnaround here in the second quarter for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. And now the Chieftains want to hold out for the final shot. Riley Beach has 15. Working against John Mitchell. Pulls up for 3. Missed it as Daniel Mitchell couldn't quite secure the rebound. Cooper Jones ends up with it. 5 seconds up to John Mitchell. Banks it in off the window to end the first half. 31-26. Tonganoxie by 5 at the half. Coming up, it's the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show on Spring Hill Sports Live. Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome to the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show. 31-26, the Tonganoxie Chieftains on top of the Spring Hill Broncos. Halftime show brought to you by Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, where Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. To learn more, call 913-221-0755. Just up the street at 159th and Merlin, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. One tie, one lead change in the first half. And that all happened midway through that second quarter after the Spring Hill Broncos jumped out to an 8-0 lead to start this game in the opening 2 minutes. They would build that lead up to as many as 9, leading 15-6 at the 3:05 mark of the first half. They close out the first quarter then with an 8-point lead, 17-9 after one. But Tonganoxie had the second quarter for them as they opened up the second period on a 5-0 run to quickly get the game back to a one-possession margin. Broncos hit a 3 to go back up 6, but then Tonganoxie hit back-to-back trays, 2 of the 8 3-pointers they hit in the first half. That tied the game at 20 at the 4:45 mark of the first half. Spring Hill would go back in front 22-20, but then Tonganoxie went on an 8-0 run, and that gave them their first lead of the game at 23-22 with 3:44 left in the half. They would build the lead as many as 7, and then a late bucket by Spring Hill's John Mitchell closed it back to 5, and that's where we stand. So one tie, one lead change. First quarter, 17-9 Spring Hill. Second quarter, 22-9 Tonganoxie, and the Chieftains lead it 31-26. Here at the break. That's your White Cell Optometry Eye on the Game. Brought to you by White Cell Optometry Vision Source. Keep an eye on your child's screen time. If they're experiencing eye strains or headaches, it might be a good time for an exam. Make an appointment with White Cell Optometry Vision Source by calling 913-592-2020. And be sure to ask about the 2020 rule. More of the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com. Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show. It's a 5-point lead at the half for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. They lead Spring Hill 31-26. Chieftains led in that first half by a 4 3-pointer effort by Riley Beach. A dozen points all from beyond the arc. Elijah Tyner added 7. All of his came in the second quarter. Andrew Wilson with 6 points on a couple of threes. Blake Poggi and Zane Novotny each with 3 as the Chieftains knocked down 8 3-pointers in the first half. Spring Hill answered with 4 3-pointers of their own. They're led by Cooper Jones with 8. Alex Johnson's got 7, but all 7 came in the first quarter. Tonganoxie shut him out then in the second quarter. He did pick up a second foul early in the second quarter. John Mitchell's got 2, Ryan Weber's got 4, Landon Kaiser's got 2, and Luke Metcalf with 3. Broncos turned it over 6 times. Tonganoxie gave it back 4. Broncos with a 1 rebound advantage right now, 11-10 on the glass. Spring Hill with the nod there. Neither team much at the line. Spring Hill 2 of 4, Tonganoxie 1 of 3. But that 3-point shot, that was critical. It's been a key component for Spring Hill this year. They made 4, but they gave up 8. As the Chieftains, who average 4.8 threes per game, they've nearly doubled that mark already through one half. And it's 31-26 Tonganoxie at the break. We're back to start the second half right after this. You've been watching the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live. Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back inside Tonganoxie High School along with Caden Carbajo. I'm Bryce Kessler as we head to the second half tonight. Tonganoxie leading Spring Hill 31-26, a tale of 2 quarters in that first half, as it was Tonganoxie trailing 17-9 after 1, but then outscoring Spring Hill 22-9 in the second quarter to take a 5-point lead at the half. Spring Hill this year 0-4 when they trail at the half, while Tonganoxie is 4-1 when they lead at the half. So let's see if the Broncos can pick up their first comeback victory when trailing at the break and end their 4-game losing streak currently. Both these teams got off to great starts. Spring Hill was 3-1, Tonganoxie was 3-0. But the Broncos, after their 3-1 start, have dropped 4 in a row, and Tonganoxie, after their 3-0 start, have dropped 3 of their last 4. Spring Hill basketball to start the second half. Weber, Jones, Johnson, Metcalf, and Dominic. Beach, Tyner, Bond, Robbins, and Poggi. the 5 on the floor for Tonganoxie. That was Jones on the right wing, now Weber. Back to Jones, who's got a team-high 8. Metcalf hit a 3 late in that second quarter, but there's a turnover to start the second half for Spring Hill, and then a collision between Weber and Tyner, and they're both shaken up on the play. A head-to-head collision, and it looks like Weber has a cut underneath of his eye. The two guys hit head-to-head, and it opened up a cut underneath the eyes. You'd see like in a boxing fight. Got hit right on the cheekbone for Weber, and I didn't see whether Tyner had a cut open up on him or not, but they're going to have to bandage up Ryan Weber. And Tyner, they took him directly into the athletic trainer's room as well. So the starting point guard for both teams involved in the head-to-head collision right now, and there's some blood on the floor as well, so they're going to have to take an official's timeout to get things cleaned up before we can play again. And let's hope that both guys are okay, minus the fact that they got a little cut opened up. Let's hope that's the extent of it, though. It's scary to see guys collide their heads with each other, but we'll hope it's minor for both Elijah Tyner and Ryan Weber, the respective point guards for both these teams. While they clean up the floor, we'll take a quick timeout. Back in a moment. 7:30 left in the third. Tonganoxie 31, Spring Hill 26 here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
7.5 to go, third quarter. Now Weber and Tyner still getting looked at as we'll return to action. Daniel Mitchell checks in for Weber for Spring Hill, and Zane Novotny replaces Tyner for Tonganoxie. Riley Beach up top, Blake Poggi. Tongi on a 22-9 run in that second quarter, and they get a backdoor feed to Novotny for an easy deuce. A 7-point lead right now matches the largest of the game for Tonganoxie, who trailed by as many as 9 in the first quarter. Metcalf knocks down a much-needed 3 for the Broncos. Second triple for Luke Metcalf. Cuts the lead down to 4 for Tongi. Poggi off the dribble, pulls up, rattles one in from about 18 out. 35-29 Tongi. Mitchell lost the handle. Beach out to Novotny. Corner pocket 3 won't go, and Luke Metcalf clears it for Spring Hill. And now another turnover. Poggi will give to Novotny again. Will try from that corner. This time was short, but it's put back in by Heston Robbins. 37-29, largest lead of the game now for Tonganoxie. 17-point turnaround for the Chieftains. Jones pulls up from 15 and it connects. He's into double figures for the first Bronco to hit that 10-point mark. Tongi leads by 6. Poggi drive and kick to Robbins. Now Bond for the mid-post. Backs in on Dominic. Spins around him and draws a foul. Dominic called for the blocking foul. That will be Aaron's first and the team's first of the second half. Novotny on the inbound. Lobs it up top to Beach. Hands back to Novotny. Poggi on the screen, and the throw out of bounds. Novotny not on the same page with Dallas Bond. (37-31). Tonganoxie with the lead here on their home floor. They've dropped 3 of their last 4, 2-2 in the Frontier League. Spring Hill has dropped 4 in a row. They are 2-1 in the Frontier League. Metcalf brings it up onto the wing. Now a skip over to Alex Johnson. Johnson, deep 3, short, and Bond the rebound. Broncos last won on January 3rd, which is just 2 weeks ago tomorrow. But they've played 4 games in that stretch, so it feels like a long time as Johnson gets the rebound on the miss by Beach. Really needing to get off the schneid, get that victory, and get some momentum back the other way. Of their 4-game losing streak for Spring Hill, 3 of the 4 have been decided by fewer than 8 points. That is out of bounds. Last touched by Spring Hill. A 10th turnover by the Broncos as Latilia replaces Daniel Mitchell. Meanwhile, Ryan Weber comes running out of the athletic training room. They've got that cut bandaged up, and Ryan back out of the Spring Hill bench. He came running out of there like he'll be coming back into the game. Didn't have the looks of a guy that has been told he's done. So I expect to see Weber here shortly. And that will be a nice return for Spring Hill. And there's a 3 by Novotny as the Chieftains continue to rain triples. Midway through the third, they are now up by 9. Deflected out by Novotny. And here is Weber coming back in to replace Jones. Wilson returns for Tonganoxie. Tyner has not come back out of that athletic training room yet. The Tonganoxie guard that was injured in that collision with Weber. There's Metcalf on a 3-point attempt. Ashton Robbins boards the miss. Tonganoxie with a lot of confidence right now on the offensive end. Making 9 3-pointers will do that for you. And that ball deflected by Johnson. Wilson to inbound right in front of his own bench here with a 9-point lead for the Chieftains. 3:36 left in the third. Bond from the mid-post. They cleared out for him. Backing in on Dominic. Spins to his left. Bank shot won't go. Alex Johnson the rebound. Up to Lachillier. Back over to Weber. He'll fire the 3. It's short. And Riley Beach has it fall right into his lap for Tonganoxie. Beach driving kick to Wilson in the corner. And Andrew Wilson, the sophomore, has now hit 3 triples. And a timeout, Spring Hill. The lead is up to 12. Broncos just 5 points in the opening 5 minutes of this third quarter, and they have fallen down by 12 with 2:56 to go in the third on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Aviation, a great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
2:56 left in quarter number 3 as the Tonganoxie Chieftains have extended their lead up to a dozen. The latest coming on a three-pointer by Andrew Wilson, who's now got 9 off the bench. 10 three-pointers in this game for Tonganoxie. And a 12-point lead, 43-31. After the Spring Hill Broncos led by as many as 9 in the first quarter, led by 8 at the end of the first quarter. And now they've turned it over for the 4th time in this, and make that the 5th time now in this third quarter. And it leads to another easy deuce for Tonganoxie. They're on a 12-2 run. Lead up to 14. Metcalf in trouble in the corner. Ball comes free, still on the floor. Then Metcalf picks it up, throws it into the middle of the floor. A diving attempt. And what are they going to give? A timeout here to Robbins? They were calling for a timeout. Robbins had the ball, and they are going to call a travel instead. So Robbins called for the travel because he rolled over. He dove on the ball. You can dive on the floor and slide. That's okay by the rule, but once you roll over with it, at that point it becomes a travel. And that's why Robbins, they're going to say, rolled over before they got the timeout called. So it's a turnover to Spring Hill. The Broncos, they've got to capitalize now. They are down 14. As Spring Hill has scored just 14 points since the end of the first quarter when they scored 17 in the quarter. Novotny may have got away with a carry. They wanted Novotny called for the Spring Hill crowd, but instead it ends up with a two-pointer for Dallas Bond. Mitchell can't get the three to fall, but Evan Letillier secures another chance with an offensive rebound, only to turn it away. Novotny to Beach, back to Novotny, and then Letillier comes flying in from behind to commit the foul, his second. I don't know what the official was telling Phil Jones something about one of his guys. I'm not sure what what he was trying to communicate to Tonganoxie. Look, he was signaling a push on telling Phil Jones, one of your guys pushed somebody. I don't know. I'm not sure what he was trying to say. I'm too far away to hear. But it's a foul against Letillier. Second on the Broncos, second on Evan. A 16-point Tonganoxie lead. They've outscored Spring Hill 16-5 in the third quarter after outscoring them 22-9 in the second quarter. And now a hand check called against the Broncos. Alex Johnson, his third. With 1:24 left in the third quarter. Tonganoxie in control with a ton of confidence on this end. Now Elijah Tyner has rejoined the bench for Tonganoxie. He was the one injured with Ryan Weber. Weber has since returned to the game, and now Dallas Bond powers one up and through. 12 unanswered points from the Chieftains, and their lead is all of a sudden 18. Out of nowhere, this game has gone from Spring Hill to all Tonganoxie. Aaron Dominic called for an offensive foul. It was a 6-point game just 4 minutes ago. And now it's an 18-point game. Novotny and Isaacs, Robbins back in. With 4:03 left in the third quarter, it was 37-31. Now with a minute to go, it's 49, make it 51-31. Just spiraling out of control in this third quarter for the Broncos. 14 points in 3 minutes for Tonganoxie, and another Spring Hill turnover. Tonganoxie could probably throw it up behind their back from half court and it might go in right now. That's the level of confidence that the Chieftains are playing with. And why not? They have taken, as I mentioned, a 6-point game and turned it into a 20-point game in a matter of 3 minutes. Isaacs to Robbins. Why not? 53-31 Tongi. 12 seconds left in the third. And a foul committed by Novotny on Jones. Just the first foul of the second half, though, against Tonganoxie. 6 seconds to shoot for Spring Hill. Jones with 3. Puts up the 3 missing, and a 22-5 third quarter for Tonganoxie. The Chieftains have blown it open, up 22 as we go to the fourth on Spring Hill Sports Live.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
As an independent, Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
53-31, Tonganoxie leads Spring Hill as we start the fourth quarter tonight in Tonganoxie. Spring Hill led 17-9 at the end of the first quarter, but Tonganoxie has outscored the Broncos 44-14 since the end of the first quarter. Elijah Tyner back on the floor for Tonganoxie as we start this fourth quarter. He and Weber both injured in that third quarter in a head-to-head collision, but both have since returned. Beach can't hit that three, but Dallas Bond has the offensive rebound for Tonganoxie. He goes up and under with a left hand. 55-31. An 18-0 run for Tonganoxie right now. And a 6-point game has turned into a 24-point game in a little over 4.5 minutes. Weber's three won't go from the right side. Novotny with a rebound for Tonganoxie. Offensive foul there, Novotny using his offhand to shed John Mitchell. Third foul on Zane Novotny. Second team foul of the second half on Tonganoxie. 7 minutes to go. Spring Hill down 24. Jones with a foul line pull-up, swishes it in. A dozen points from Cooper Jones, ending an 8-0 run by Tonganoxie. And the first points for Spring Hill since the 5:19 mark of the third quarter. Tyner leaves it off for Isaacs, who kicks out to Novotny, and that three missed off front rim. Weber the rebound. And I think they're going to have to take an official's timeout, a medical timeout here, as Tyner may have had that cut reopen on him, as Tyner will put the towel up to his face and jog back into the training room. Looking around on the floor, the officials checking to see if any blood ended up on the floor again. The officials telling both coaches to bring their guys over to the sideline while they clean up again on the floor. They did find some blood out there on the floor. So with 6:41 left in this fourth quarter, a pause in the action with Tonganoxie on top of Spring Hill 55-33. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
55-33, Tonganoxie on top of Spring Hill as we return to action. 6:40 left to play in the ball game. A night that started so promising for Spring Hill. Cody Powell is into the game for the first time. He's got the ball in the corner. Now up to Weber. They work it back around to Johnson on the left wing. And Alex Johnson way too strong on the three. John Mitchell with an offensive rebound. And then a double dribble called on Cooper Jones, the 14th turnover for the Broncos. They were up 17-9, Spring Hill at the end of one. And what will explain the night for you, they've scored one fewer point in the second, third, and now fourth quarters combined than they did in the first quarter. They had 17 at the end of one. They've scored just 16 since. And now trail by 22. Timeout, Tonganoxie, after Beach got trapped in the corner. It'll be just a 30-second timeout for the Chieftains. And they turned things around with a big second quarter, outscoring Spring Hill 22-9 in the second quarter to take a 5-point lead. And then it just continued to snowball in the third quarter and right on into the fourth quarter now. So 55-33 Tonganoxie as the Chieftains look like they're on their way to a third win in the Frontier League, and the Broncos will drop to 500 in the Frontier League if they can't find a big answer in this final 6 minutes. Big week coming up next week for the Broncos. They'll host the Spring Hill Invitational. They'll open up that tournament against Gardner Edgerton on Tuesday of next week. And unless something drastically changes, they're going to go into that Spring Hill Invitational Tournament on a 5-game losing streak. They've got Bond triple team to the back and the backcourt. Mitchell came up with a steal, but then can't hit the close range shot. It goes out of bounds off of Beach. So possession remains with Spring Hill. Weber inbounds it to Jones in the corner. Cooper, a little running floater, falls through as Jones has 14 tonight. The only player in double figures for Spring Hill, as it's been a tough go offensively for everybody else. Looked like it was going to be a great night for Alex Johnson, who had 7 first quarter points, but he hasn't scored since then. And now Johnson fouls Heston Robbins. That's the 4th foul on Alex Johnson. Robbins will go to the line. He is only a 45% foul shooter this year, 10 of 22. Tonganoxie's only attempted 3 free throws. We've had only a total of 7 free throws attempted in this game by the two teams combined. This will be the 4th and 5th attempts for the Chieftains, and another miss. Both foul shots miss. Weber gets the rebound, tipped to him, and here come the Broncos down 20. Johnson on the right wing. Misses right iron. And then a foul going to be called here on that rebound. Powell had the rebound, and he was grabbed on the arm by Robbins. That's 3 on Robbins, 3 on the team as well. Poggi will replace Robbins. Weber to inbound for Spring Hill. 5.5 to go, down 20, and it's intercepted by Poggi. Nobody back there to guard Novotny. His lay-in drops through. He's got a dozen now. Off of the bench, Novotny, time for the team lead in scoring tonight. John Mitchell Can't hit from inside the paint. Poggi rebounds it, and then he's tied up by Weber. Broncos will get it back on the possession arrow. Pass into Johnson, but over his head. He has to retreat back to midcourt to get it. Now from the right point. Can't find the three. Put back try by Jones. Had it altered on that hit on his arm, so Jones will go to the line. Third foul on Blake Poggi. 14 points tonight from Cooper Jones, 62% foul shooter this year, and he's got 2 attempts at it here, making the first. And he got them both. 5 minutes to play. Spring Hill with a turnover forced. Weber's layup won't go, though. Beats the rebound as Spring Hill faithful wanted a foul called there. Tonganoxie now a little more patient offensively as Novotny leaves it onto the short corner to Bond. And Dallas Bond, all 8 of his points have now come in the second half as he makes it back to a 22-point lead. Jones can't bank in the three. A foul called on that loose ball. It looks like it's going against Tonganoxie. It'll be Blake Poggi's 4th. 15th foul with 4:22 left in the ball game. Catch and shoot in the corner for Jones. That three is good. 19 points now from Cooper Jones tonight. And that inbound pass by Poggi hit the back side of the backboard, so that's out of bounds. Spring Hill gets it back with 4:15 to go, but still down 19. Weber out to Jones. They come running after him. Swing it back to Weber in the near side corner. His three goes. 59-43. And a timeout, Tonganoxie. Lead down to 16, but with just 4:04 to go, the Broncos need a big run in them when we come back here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsurancegroup.com.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
59-43. Tonganoxie with the lead with 4:04 remaining in the ball game. 2 timeouts left for the Chieftains, 3 for Spring Hill. Back-to-back threes by the Broncos from Jones and Weber. But down 16, they'll continue to pick up the defensive pressure. They have forced now 3 turnovers in this fourth quarter from Tonganoxie. Novotny from the top of the key out to Wilson on the right side. Novotny again. Shakes off Powell, pulls up for 3, left it short. Ball being tapped around, and Johnson eventually wins the battle for it. Powell from the corner, double teamed, and they're going to call him for a travel. Spring Hill crowd thought he got some help in moving himself there, but traveling violation is called. That's 16 turnovers on Spring Hill. And with 3:31 to go, Tongi gets it back up by 16. John Mitchell commits the foul on Beach with 3:21 left. That's 6 called on Spring Hill. For John, that's his first. Wilson in the corner, trips, and they're going to call him for the travel down. And that is 10 turnovers by Tonganoxie. Luke Metcalf back in. Metcalf will check in for Spring Hill, replacing Cody Powell. Metcalf to Jones, a foul on Novotny. That is 6 team fouls on Tonganoxie, and Zane Novotny just picked up his 4th. Cody Powell checks back in. Jones to Weber. Three-pointer on the way and strong. Offensive rebound. John Mitchell. Putback won't go for him, and then it's out of bounds off of Spring Hill. .245 left. Tonky by 16. Inbounded to Novotny. Bounces to Bond. Layup missed. Johnson the rebound. Weber from the corner, 3 on the way, you betcha, and it's down to 13. 59-46, 2.5 to go, and all of a sudden, Spring Hill's back within at least feeling like striking distance. Still 13 points to go. Only 2.5 minutes to go as Westbrook takes one of his final 3 timeouts. He'll have 2 remaining. But at the 4.5 minute mark, they were down 22, and it felt pretty distant at that point. But now they've got it down to 13 in a 2-minute stretch with 2.5 still to go. So all of a sudden, it feels a little more doable here for Spring Hill. Don't have much margin for error at this point. But all of a sudden, some confidence starting to come back for the guys. And Tonganoxie, who really started taking the air out of the ball, kind of went away from their gunslinging mentality that gave them that big lead. You can't really fault them for that. And they're not going to call the backcourt there. The crowd wanted it. I don't think Bond ever got both feet into the front court. That's what the official said. And Robbins ends up getting hacked, so he'll go to the line, or make that Beach. And they called it on John Mitchell, his second personal. 2 shots here for Riley Beach. First trip to the line in this game. He's hit 4 3-pointers, but now he's just 9 of 20 this year at the free throw line. Metcalf in for Powell. Beach 1 of 2 at the stripe. Poggi replaces Robbins. It's 60-46 with 2:19 left. Weber on the right wing. He knocks down another tray. 13 now from Ryan Weber. And the lead is down to 11 with 2:11 to go. So it's taken them 2 minutes and 20 seconds to cut a 22-point lead down to 11. Now they've got 2:11 to get rid of that final 11 points. So very much doable at this point. Phil Jones will try to regroup his guys and get them back in the mindset of, hey, you're still up by 11. While Westbrook is preaching the opposite. He's trying to get his guys to believe they can come all the way back, and it's certainly starting to feel more like that for Spring Hill as Ryan Weber has caught fire, hitting 3 3-pointers in this 4th quarter. Weber and Jones have combined now for 18 4th-quarter points, 9 from each of them. Inbound pass, Novotny takes a hard hit there as he was up in the air and came down hard after the foul. And Zane Novotny will go to the free throw line on that foul against Spring Hill, their 8th team foul. And if that's on Alex Johnson, that's his 5th, and it is. So Johnson, the leading scorer on the year for the Broncos, got out to a great start tonight, had 7 first quarter points, but has not scored since. So he fouls out with a season low 7 points to go along with 6 rebounds. And Zane Novotny will head to the free throw line. 12 points tonight from Novotny. Tonganoxie just 2 of 7 at the foul line. These will be the first attempts for Novotny, who's made 4 out of 5 this year. And got the front into the 1-and-1 to earn a second. Missed the second. Jones the rebound for Spring Hill. And a foul called on Andrew Wilson. That will put Spring Hill now at the free throw line. 17th foul and the second on Wilson. 1-and-1 for Cooper Jones. Chance for his second 20-point game this year. He had 22 back on opening night in the victory over Atchison. Sitting on 19 points right now for Cooper tonight. And there's the 20th point of the game from Jones. .21 tonight from Jones. The lead down to 10 with 2:05 to go. Jones reaches in and fouls Riley Beach. First foul on Cooper Jones, 19 fouls, so this will be the final 1-and-1 opportunity for Tonganoxie. Before the foul shot, Luke Metcalf checks in. Beach 1 for 2 in the game at the line. Under 50% on the year. Makes the first. And 2 out of 2 for Riley Beach, who's got 15 points tonight to lead the way for Tonganoxie. And the Chieftains lead by a dozen. Weber again from that right wing where he's been money all fourth quarter. Hits again. 1:41 left and the lead down to single digits. 63-54, a 9-point game and a timeout on the floor. We're back in a moment on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
We're back inside Tonganoxie High School. It is a 63-54 ball game with 1 minute and 41 seconds to go. It was a 22-point Tonganoxie lead with 4.5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. But in almost 3 minutes' time, it's gone from 22 to 9 as the Broncos try to make the huge comeback tonight. Nearly a steal for Mitchell, but Bond able to use that height advantage to rip it away from him and score it. 11-point lead, 1:27 left in the fourth. Jones drives down the center of the paint and scoops one up with the right or the left hand. He's now got a season-high 23 points. Knocked away, but a foul called on Mitchell. That's all right. Gonna have to start giving fouls anyway. Might as well do them in the backcourt when you nearly got a steal with it. So that foul on John is his third and the 10th team foul. 2 shots coming up for Andrew Wilson. He's only attempted 6 free throws this year, making 4 of them though. Season high 65 points in this game for Tonganoxie. They have had 10 three-pointers made, but none in the fourth quarter. They have seen Spring Hill come roaring back here in this fourth quarter as Wilson gets the first free throw. Puts it back to 10, the lead. Missed the second, and Weber able to get the rebound for Spring Hill. 10-point game. Jones pulls up off the dribble. Missed off the back rim. Rebounded by Bond. He's then fouled by Weber. It's 2 on Ryan. 1 minute to go in the fourth. Dallas Bond at the free throw line. 10 out of 24 this year, just 42%. He has not been to the stripe tonight. First one clanks off the back rim. Aaron Dominic comes in for Powell. Trying to make sure they can secure a rebound here. Bond missed both free throws. Jones with a rebound. Broncos down by 10. A minute left, and Jones works his way inside tight, gets the lay-in. It's down to 8 with 48 seconds left. Pass up the floor, knocked out by John Mitchell. .45 seconds left. Novotny will inbound for Tonganoxie. Lobbed up high to Beach. Mitchell chasing him. Gotta give a foul here. Pass to Novotny. Tapped into the corner to Wilson. A lot of precious time coming off the clock here, and then it's eventually going to be laid in by Poggi. Under a half minute to go, and that pushes the lead back to 10. That sequence probably going to do it. That ball is kicked by Novotny. You couple the amount of time that came off the clock and then the points that Poggi added on at the end of it. But a valiant effort here by Spring Hill in this final 4.5 minutes of this game from down 22 to get it all the way back to 8. Jones is grabbed and fouled by Beach. So a couple of free throws coming up for Cooper Jones, who's had a big night with 25 points. He's had 15 in the fourth quarter. .26 now tonight from Jones. Biggest night for any Bronco this year with now 27 points. He's had the only 2 20-plus point games this season. They foul Bond. It's the good guy to foul. John Mitchell's 4th. So 2 shots again for Bond, who is 0 for 2. 13 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter, 8-point game. Another game that's going to have the feeling of if only for Spring Hill. Great first quarter. Tremendous fourth quarter as Bond able to hit one that time. But unfortunately for Spring Hill, it just didn't go their way in the middle two quarters. Weber missed the three, and the rebound by Beach was tied up by Jones. The arrow will give it to Tonganoxie with 4 seconds remaining in the ball game. So a good effort to come back in the fourth quarter. They got a 22-point deficit down to 8. And in the end, it's Tonganoxie 69, Spring Hill 60. As the Chieftains improve to 5-3 and get their third Frontier League win, now 3-2, and the Broncos drop to 3-6, and Spring Hill drops their 5th straight ball game. We're back to wrap things up on the Shoemaker Collision postgame show next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NAIT certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome into the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show brought to you by Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center. They work with all insurance companies and can get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. A ball game that started out so promising for Spring Hill tonight. The Broncos jumped out to an 8-0 lead in the opening couple of minutes of this contest, led 17-8, or rather a 17-9 at the end of the first quarter, but then they went cold in the second and third quarters, scoring a total of 14 points in the second and third quarters and getting outscored 44-14 during that two-quarter stretch, and they ended up trailing then by 22 heading into the fourth quarter. It was still just a 6-point game with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, but an 18-0 run to close out the third quarter by Tonganoxie exploded the gap up to a 22-point margin going into the fourth. They would get that as large as a 24-point lead with 4.5 minutes to go. They led 59-37, and then Spring Hill started their comeback effort. It looked like they had no chance, down 22 with 4.5 minutes, and all of a sudden you looked up and it was down to 11 with 2 minutes left. Then all of a sudden it was down to 8, and you still had a minute to go, down by 8 points, and you thought, you know what, they might be able to do this. But in the end, Tonganoxie survived that late push by Spring Hill, and Tonga ends up winning it 69-60. One tie, one lead change. That's all we had in this game. And the Chieftains end up with their 5th victory, a 69-60 win over the Broncos, dropping Spring Hill to 3-6 with Spring Hill's 5th straight loss. Your final numbers when we come back here on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. Again, your final: Tonganoxie 69, Spring Hill 60, here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill. Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back inside the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show tonight from Tonganoxie, where your final is the Tonganoxie Chieftains 69 and the Spring Hill Broncos 60. Final numbers in this game for Tonganoxie: they had four guys in double figures, led by Riley Beach, who ends up with 15 points tonight, 4 rebounds and a couple of assists for Beach as well. 13 from Zane Novotny off at the bench, 3 dimes to go along with it, which was a team best. Dallas Bond, 11 points, all in the second half, along with 4 rebounds. Andrew Wilson with 10 points, 1 rebound, 7 each from Poggi and Tyner, 6 from Heston Robbins rounds out the scoring for the Chieftains. Cooper Jones tonight with a season-best 27 points, with 17 coming in the fourth quarter. He ends up with 5 rebounds and 3 helpers as well. Ryan Weber, 16 points. A dozen of that 16 came in the second half, or in the fourth quarter, rather. And 4 rebounds, 3 assists from Ryan Weber. Alex Johnson tonight, 7 points. All 7 came back in quarter number 1. Luke Metcalf with 6 points. John Mitchell and Landon Kaiser each with 1 bucket apiece tonight, as Mitchell gets his first basket of the season. But in the end, 69-60, your final score tonight. Wes Book, head coach of the Spring Hill Broncos, joins us tonight, and sure wish we could have bottled up that last 4.5 minutes and put that over the course of the 32 tonight, Coach. What stands out most for you from this performance tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a tale. Every quarter is a little bit different. We come out early, and I thought we played really well in the first quarter. Executed on offense, and defense was good enough to have a pretty decent lead at the end of the first quarter, and then the second quarter hits, and it's been the third quarter, and tonight it was the second quarter, and we just give up 3 after 3 after drive and kick, and we turn the ball over. And it just always seems to snowball on us. And then third quarter was kind of the same way. But, fourth quarter I put some new guys in and brought us a lot of energy and, put them on their heels a little bit and made us the aggressor. And our guys responded. It was just 2. I mean, you get down 22, I think it was what the largest lead was. I mean, it's hard to come back. You got to have a lot of things go your way, and we were 1 or 2 buckets away and 1 or 2 steals where you're right there that you don't get. It makes it really hard.
Yeah, the guys certainly made it interesting, and the gym kind of had the feel. I was surrounded by some Spring Hill people over here, and kind of had the feel when it was a 22-point game with 4.5 minutes, like, well, I guess this one's over. And, I mean, credit to your guys. They didn't give up. At what kind of point there during that did all of a sudden you guys feel like, okay, maybe we actually can do this and pull the Chiefs here and come all the way back?
And I don't know what – I mean, there's so many plays. I think it got down to 9 maybe. I don't know if it ever got down to 8. And, when it gets down to 9 and 8 and then the time's slipping off, you got to get some quick turnovers, or you got to get some missed free throws. And we just didn't get that, 2 or 3 more possessions, but just dug ourselves too big of a hole to come back from again.
Well, it's been a tough week in terms of just the volume of playing 3 games in 4 days, and now you turn around and you get another 3-game week next week. And I know it's a broken record as much as we have talked about, trying to get some practice time. You get a practice day robbed from you today, but the game, granted, I guess I don't know if tomorrow you'll have a chance because of the school being canceled, I think, already. So you get another day robbed from you there, and, I mean, a lot of that's out of your control. It's one of those things you deal with what you got to deal with, but another big week coming up with the Spring Hill Invitational. Next week you're going to play 3 more games, so it's kind of a gut check time almost for your guys right here. I mean, a lot of season is still left to be played. These first now, 9 games, they don't have to define the rest of what this season's going to be, but it gets kind of like the feeling this next week here, your home tournament, coming off of, the tough stretch here the last couple of weeks, been that this is a big, very important week coming up for your guys.
Yeah, and it is what it is with the schedule. You can't do anything about it. Weather changing games and moved around. Would you like it differently? Yeah, but you can't do anything about it. You can control what you can control. I thought our guys had a good practice yesterday. I thought we had a good film session. And with a young and inexperienced team, these battles early on are going to pay off. We're going to sit back and look. We got 3 more next week. We got to get better. We're going to be off tomorrow with no school. We won't be able to practice, but Monday and get ready. I don't know if right now as much as getting ready for opponents. We got to be ready, but we got to work on ourselves before anything else. Connor Zorn hopefully will be back at some point. We're holding out hope tomorrow. He goes to the doctor. I was hoping to get cleared, but he'll still probably won't be ready for another couple weeks. But I know we're going to get a lot better throughout the course of the season because our guys care. As long as they keep caring, they keep working hard, we can get better, and I'm okay with that.
Well, like you said, you either lose or you learn, and hopefully these guys are taking advantage of these opportunities. A lot of situational things have happened over the last week and a half that you can't simulate in practice. It takes games. And unfortunately, in these particular games, it's ended up in losses. But the guys, they still seem to come out with that energy. So hopefully they're doing a lot of that learning, as you've talked about, and this is going to pay off.
Yeah, and we try to focus on some of the good stuff. I mean, there's no question there's been some good stuff. It's just it's not 32 minutes against anybody good. And if you're going to beat anybody good, on the road or at all, I mean, you got to be able to put it together. And our runs, our bad spurts are just so bad. They're too hard to overcome. And we're going to learn. Like I said, we got to learn from it and just keep getting better.
Absolutely, Coach. I appreciate the time again, and we'll see you next week back at your home tournament. Good luck.
All right, thanks a lot. That's
Wes Book, the head coach of the Spring Hill Broncos here tonight in Tonganoxie. Final score against 69-60. Tonganoxie with the victory here this evening. They improved to 5-3. The Broncos dropping to 3-6 on the loss. Their 5th straight loss. 4 of the 5, though, by single digits. They've been right there. Tonight, dug a 24-point fourth quarter hole, got it all the way back to 8, but they lose by 9 when it's all said and done. Earlier tonight, the Spring Hill girls picked up a 2-point victory on the road, so congratulations to the Broncos on the girls' side for that victory, and another tough one to drop here for the boys. For Caden Carbajo, I'm Bryce Kessler. We say good night from Tonganoxie High School. Stay safe tomorrow. Looks like another pretty nasty storm coming in, so everyone stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back at it next week with the Spring Hill Invitational with a Tuesday matchup against Gardner Edgerton next here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Good night.
It's time for Spring Hill High School basketball. Spring Hill Sports Live is brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Price Chopper, Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial, the Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Crown Realty, the Elliott Insurance Group, Prime Accounting Solutions, Farmers Insurance, Leah Smith Agency, the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Allstate, Libby Clark Agency, Spring Hill Fitness, Perfect Detail Salon, and Whitesell Optometry.
5.